Checking.
Alrighty, hello.
Hello.
Before we start, we'll just do some quick mic checks. If you guys let us know you can hear us.
Can you hear us out there in the
do you want
internet
to
world?
Yeah, so you want to say something? Steve, just double checking mic.
Good evening, I'm Stephen.
Evening.
Give.
Yeah. Cool.
All good?
Awesome.
Alright, looks like we're in business. Let's do this, I reckon.
Yep.
Okay, so hello everyone. Hopefully we've got a few people from the new SSC BBL, some rookies and some returning coaches alike. So welcome to the pre-season breakdown and Q&A. So firstly, my name's Carl. I played last season. I was known for having the most hated blitzer in the league. The noble blitzer, Baron Bacardi.
Bounty on who's
Yeah. And we've got...
Luke, yes. I'm playing Orcs this season. I'm a previous Skaven player.
and probably one of the OG players in the SSC BBL.
He is.
And Lukey here is the current president of the SSC BBL.
Woo!
So he's the main man in charge.
Go Prez.
So, then we got...
Hi, I'm Stephen. I run the Skavens team. Last season, I had the Royale with Cheese. Came in second, so close, with only one loss the whole season. This will be my second season in the league.
Yeah, very good, because you were a rookie coach last season.
I was a rookie,
Outstanding
and now I'm
friend.
sitting amongst the champions here.
Champions.
With the commissioners helping out, looking out for the younger rookies and trying to show them a faster way to touchdown.
Yeah, fantastic. And we also got...
My name's Mark. I joined last year as well, so did Steve, with my Black Orcs, the mighty 300. I've chosen the corn team this year, so...
Yeah, it's sensing a common trend there, I think.
Yeah,
in
big
teams you
bash.
like to play, yeah. Now, I can't remember if you played Blood Bowl before, though, hadn't you, before last season?
Been on the PC. Yeah.
Oh, that's
so,
right, yeah. And that's the same way, actually, I got into it as well. So, basically, there's also, myself, Stephen and Mark here, we're just commissioners for the various, or the two leagues we run this season. And there's also another person who, apologies, could not be here this evening. It's Julian. And so together we kind of run.
We're missing you, Drew.
Yeah.
We've made some choices in the last few months to make sure that everything goes smoothly for the season.
Yeah, I think we focus a lot on just trying to be clear from the clarity and just make sure everyone's on the same page, trying to be as organised as possible. So what we're going to do this video is basically, with this stream, is go through essentially the structure a bit of just like re-emphasise what's happening with the league, how it's structured, what you need to be aware of, and then go through the two different divisions, the rookie division and the college division, go through their teams. We'll
And
kind
the
of break.
thought behind having both divisions too.
Yeah, we'll definitely go through that and just breaking down each have a looking at each team, the players, the cool names, what to look out for, and kind of we're going to pick some nominees for best theme, as well, and we'll go through some of those.
Pop that up somewhere.
So guys, if we're not looking at you directly at the camera, please be patient with us. We're still kind of new. We're still learning. Some of us, like myself, haven't been on camera. So if you notice we're not looking at the camera, we're not talking directly to you, trust me.
Yeah, we got the
we're
camera.
trying to.
We got the camera here. I'm trying to drive the computer here, and
And
we've
we
got the display on the TV so we can
We've got-
keep up with what's
We've got
going on.
multiple things to look at. So we're going to try our best to stare deep into your soul and talk to Nuffle. So let's try our best, alright?
And if there's any technical issues, please just we've
Yeah,
got
let us know
Steve
straight
on the chat, so just post in, let us know, so that we can kind of fix it. And then kind of through as we go, if you have any questions about how things are run or what's going on, or any comments, please don't hesitate to ask. That's kind of the point,
That's
is so
the
we
idea
can
of
kind of
time.
give you some feedback and stuff. And if you've got a question, odds are someone else has probably got the same question. Okie dokie. And lastly, just a huge thank you to all our returning coaches from our previous seasons, as well as I know the huge influx of rookie coaches that we've had expressing
Amazing.
interest in playing in the SSC BBL. So we really thought about both of you guys in how we organise this division. We just want to make it a really good time for all of you, because we got about the same amount of returning veteran coaches as we do have rookie coaches. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for the community, you know.
Alrighty. So I guess with that, we'll just get into it. I think we'll just
Awesome.
we are going to try and make this a brief as possible video, but it might take a while. So if you feel like you got to switch off, it'll be on YouTube later.
We do enjoy Blood Bowl, so we do ramble on a
We do
little bit.
ramble.
Put it on the chat. Let us know if we're talking too much about one subject, and then we'll hop on to the next stuff. Okay?
You have the power.
You.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing is just, I guess, a general structural thing about how the league is going to be run and what you need to be aware of. A couple of things in that. There is two main divisions. So we have the rookie division and the college division. We've also got a third division that's not being run this season. So the rookie division is exactly as it sounds. It's for rookie coaches, which we have kind of defined as someone who hasn't played in the SSCBBL before.
So we have varying experience from our rookies, but nothing game breaking. Everyone in the rookies hasn't particularly played in a league or online league before. We have rookies that are as green as 5 games in. But yeah,
and I think there might be some rookies, we've had rookies before that have actually played a lot in the past and are just trying to get back into it. In terms of, I guess, the process, if you haven't played in our league before, we just assume you're a rookie and we'll put you in the rookie league. And that's kind of just also a bit of a betting process for us as well. And it's also, I guess, the main difference with the rookie league is there's just a lot more support around that. We've got a lot more commissioners on board on that league.
Yeah, out of the 5 of us, we've got 4 dedicated to supporting the rookies.
Yeah, and we'll go about, like, when we go into the rookie league, just some of that support that you can have.
Yeah.
So it's really to kind of introduce you and ease you into a game that is fucking awesome, but can be really stressful sometimes.
So rookies,
it can really tilt you, man. Like,
so rookies, just if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you need any of our commissioners by your side at a games table, do have us. We are always at your beck and call. This season is for you guys to experience it and probably move on to the college division as well. And then from there, who knows? You might go pro.
So, and I will get into how you can do that shortly. But there are other divisions, which is at college, and college is very similar to the rookie division, but it's for veteran coaches who played in the SSCBBL. A lot of really familiar faces, really good players and coaches we're going to be seeing, which I haven't seen since the last season and would love to see again. So that's more or less same rules in terms of creating a team and whatnot, which is a starting fresh team with 1,000 gold, which is the same as rookies. But we've just got a lot less support around it, essentially, because most of the players are returning players and can play independently. So in that regard, for the Rookies League, we've got basically all 4 coaches here, because they're all playing in the college league. They will be there to help with it and manage the Rookie League. If you're in the college league and you've got any concerns or you want to get in touch with the commissioner, I'm your man to get in touch with, because I'm not playing in the college league, alright, so there's no conflict of interest there. Okay, so I'm the person here, so hit me up if you're in the college league. But usually I'm expecting the college league to run pretty smoothly.
You're going to get a few emails from me, mate. I'm unhappy with it.
It'll be like, look, what are you wearing? Carl, what are you wearing?
We need more Skaven support.
Yeah. So, well, you are playing Skaven, Steven, so it's going to be like, I have 3 dead rats. Is that legal, Carl? Is that allowed to happen? And I will be like, yes.
Second bros.
So that's what go. But if you're in the college, you've got four commissioners there for you guys. So we've also got a third one, which we're not doing this season, which is the Pro League, which I believe in the document they sent out was called the
college.
Majors. I'm going to call it the Majors.
No, it
college.
We were discussing titles.
We're changing name changes, right?
Yeah, titles are minors and majors, but I think college and pros feels a little bit more homegrown than minors and majors.
Yeah, so the pros basically is our redraft league. So we decided to create a specific redraft league, which is the Pro League, and teams, if you go through your rookie league or your college league with teams, and you want to carry them on, you can take them to pros.
Now, we have done a hard reset of the rules from our house rules from previous seasons. The difference is that with our new house rules, we've done a hard reset, so all teams are starting fresh, no pros this season.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So no pros this season, and that's mainly because when we were determining your starting teams, we went back to the rule book. We decided we would just do what, as it says in the rule book, 1,000 million gold pieces. and to create a team, standard rules and stuff like that, which was a bit different. So we're thinking might kind of not.
Yeah, that goes 2
Yeah,
rerolls
sure.
for me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that goes 100,000. That goes 2 rerolls for me.
Yeah, so, but it's going. I think it's going to make that growth from your starting team to those pro teams. You really shine. I think you're going to really see like a team starting in college or rookies, and then ending in pros. You're going to see this like really cool growth
man,
of a team, which is really awesome.
We hope to see as many players as we can to get the pros. And I mean, look,
And we got some. We're not saying spoil anything, but I think we got some cool ideas we want to do for pros.
definitely.
Most wanted lists.
Yeah.
Bounties, yeah.
Get some mercenaries out there.
Yeah, that's good.
Right, yeah, so that's the general structure, or I guess it's the leagues. We've also got the structure of the leagues. It's broken down to 2 weeks or fortnightly rounds. This is more for the rookies, college players will be more familiar with this.
Yeah.
It's broken down in rounds, and there is a schedule of this that will be on the that is on the Discord already. I believe, and Mark's done a fantastic job with that. That's all him, and he's got that on the Discord, and it'll be on the Facebook page if it's not there already. And that's just going to let you know weekly what you're doing. And did you want to say just a few things about the weekly schedule? So I know you were talking a bit about
so I know Easter's coming up, so that's the big talking point between a lot of us. So I think Easter's on the 17th or the 19th. So it'll be week 2 for most of us playing. But yeah, as Carl was saying, the rounds are broken into fortnightly rounds. Doesn't mean that you can't play more than one game, So if people are travelling, if you want to play a couple of games in a round whilst you're up here, you're more than welcome to. So,
awesome. I would recommend organising your game as early as possible because schedules don't always line up. That's simple.
And I think on the lighter note, because Easter's coming up soon, if you ever want to bribe the commissioners with chocolate, now's a great time. They're on specials, so please.
I'm going to walk out of here.
It's an offering to Nuffle. It's not a bribe to the coach. Let me further. It's an offering to Nuffle. That's what I meant. It's an offering to Nuffle.
Yeah, that's what you meant, surely.
You gotta.
We're not even like 10 minutes into this video, and people are already going to be
they're like, oh my god,
criticizing
Steve.
the integrity of the commissioners.
But yeah, any scheduling issues, you can contact myself or any of the other commissioners. I'm doing the IT side of things anyways. So any scheduling issues, any team sheet issues, you can more than welcome send me an email or a Discord message, and I'll get on that as soon as I can.
So Mark is our IT specialist here. So he handles all that stuff really well, and has done a fantastic job so far. And he will into the future, I'm sure. If there are scheduling issues, just I guess we'd say when you're scheduling the games, if you can do it on the Discord.
The reasoning behind the Discord.
Yeah, if you can do it on the Discord, or at least once you've worked it out, post the time that you're going to play on the Discord so that we have evidence that you've organised the game.
Yeah.
And that way, if the scheduling issues, it makes it easier for us to come and work it out. There is a whole paragraph that I've written in the players pack which talks about scheduling and how to do it and stuff like that, and just what to be mindful of. So I just recommend you go and read that. We don't, it's only very occasionally that we have scheduling conflicts come up.
Yeah, I think because of COVID was one of the major ones.
Yeah, that was the last couple of rounds of last season.
Yeah.
We didn't see it coming.
And yeah, so rarely, but we usually get one every season. I think there's one just kind of scheduling conflict. So just try to be really transparent with that is what I would say. And post it on the if you've made it a time, post it on the Discord and we can see it. We know that's when it's been organised. Thanks with that. So that's how it works. So it's fortnightly fixtures. Check who you're playing. We've got currently just the names of the people you're going to be playing, just for organisational ease. But we'll put the teams up there as well.
I think the only change to the rules and regulations is the MVP.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I was actually going to talk about that. That's a really good point, because I actually totally forgot to put that in the players' pack.
No, yeah, that's alright. Look, the MVP for this season is pretty.
I was too busy writing my preview.
So memoirs. Do not throw blocks unnecessarily. But if you are confused about what your MVPs are, it's your most valuable player. We used to choose a player who has done something spectacular in that game itself, where he or she or Rat might be chosen as the MVP. But this season we're doing a little bit different. You get to pick 3 players and it's a D3 roll off.
Yep.
It is important
Whichever.
to say
So you pick
living
three.
players.
Pick 3 players. There's no real rule on if they have to earn SPP or not, but pick 3 players, roll D3. The one that is selected gets the MVP. Okay,
Yeah,
so
and
1,
it's
2, 3.
4 SPP, isn't it?
I believe so.
Four
Yes.
for MVP.
That's a one random
and
rule
We
then?
will post that clarification. We should probably post it on the Facebook before the first round, just so it's
Yeah.
really clear. And
So we've got a couple of days before the first round,
Yeah.
so look out for that. A couple of
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
so that's my bad. I forgot to put that in there.
Yeah.
But it's in there now, I believe. Lukey, as always, fixed my mistake. Radio. Any other points that I am missing about the structures of the? Yeah. So it's a round robin. You play everyone else in the division,
Everybody gets played.
which I believe
once.
is roughly around 9 games.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
9
So
games.
we've got a division of 10, division of 12, and we finish up around September.
So is the division of 12 still playing everyone, or is
Yep.
it still
Yep.
okay?
So
all
the way it works out is the rookies end up finishing early.
Do they get round robin? You play your games. Are both playoffs happening at the exact same time?
Yes.
Right.
So the rookies will finish a bit early, get a bit more of a break, which you sometimes need a breather after a season.
Absolutely.
Blood Bowl.
Second week of September is the scheduled start of the finals at the moment.
And then we'll have the top 4
Top 4.
of each division will go into playoffs, which will be and I don't know if I asked you guys this, but are we doing first versus fourth, or are we
first
doing
versus fourth,
a
2 v
winner
3.
picks who they get to play?
No.
Okay, we're doing first versus fourth.
That's one.
Okay,
four,
first versus
two,
fourth, and second versus third. And then obviously it's a
winner
knockout division until winner takes all. Winner takes the grand. Do we have a trophy yet?
No.
No. We currently haven't got a budget for a trophy, but it's something we're working on. So
We will have something.
We will have something.
We will have something. I might have to do an extra shift here and there, but we will
Yeah,
have
we
something.
will. Yeah.
If you have something and you wanna say Kid Dash it for here, please, we will never say no to something special. But at the moment now, we've got something in the works planning for something pretty and beautiful for the
Yes,
winners.
and on top of that, so we talked about there's a lot of novelty awards. We love our novelty awards.
Really good.
They're all on the sheet. I can't remember what to go through them, but there will be novelty awards and stuff like that. So if your team got beaten to a pulp, don't worry,
Punching
Stephen, you get the punching bag award.
You
Your
get the
rats-
punching bag award, yeah.
It's
pretty cool.
Most casualties is
Yeah.
called
Oh, serial killer.
Serial
killer, yeah.
So if you just want to kill things, Mark.
he doesn't even know the ball exists.
I think that was I play elf teams is my jam. I really love playing elf teams, and watching you play the demons and the balls just sitting on the field and everyone's moving away from it is like, what is going on here?
The ball, in some teams, the ball is an optional choice. You don't have to pick up the ball, you win by default sometimes.
That's right. That's right.
There's a ball. What is
Yeah.
There's a ball.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We do have some interesting prizes coming up, so interesting awards to come up. So play your hardest, win, lose, or draw. Know that at the end of it, it's all about having fun. It's about making memories, throwing that block that you think that wouldn't happen, going for a 3 dice uphill and still scoring a touchdown, even though the odds are not in your favor. So don't worry too much, and may Nafo bless your dice. All right.
So I guess.
We can probably slide into the.
Yeah, because I feel like we're rambling a bit.
Yeah,
Let's get constructive.
Let's get. Let me check my list.
The next
I just
section
want to make
is-
sure there's nothing that we've forgotten that's a really important.
Easter break is
Game of the rounds.
Ooh,
Game of the rounds.
So if you're watching this, you already know we exist.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. All I think 20 people on our channel. So we are trying this season, or we are doing this season. Pardon me, that was embarrassing. Game of the rounds, which is essentially we're trying to get a game from either the college or the rookies.
Yep, doesn't matter.
To be played live on a Friday night. We're
Friday
locking in
nights,
Friday night.
Around this time, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, around this time, 7 o'clock, from the league.
So fortnightly tuning.
Yeah, if you miss a game or you're really craving some Blood Bowl, you can check, see how some teams are going, and bring a spotlight to the teams in the league, because there was always a lot of really cool teams that I played and really wanted to know how they went, and it was just cool. I am still raving about Draco, if we recall,
Yeah.
the Lizard team.
Oh, what a
Mad
movie.
Draco fan who killed my team.
That was the
Well,
week
yeah,
before
it-
finals, right?
yeah, he murdered my team so hard. And then I was like, I still love you, Draco.
If you do want to get to be in the spotlight for like a couple of minutes or like an hour and a half to 3 hours, let us know. Pop on by. We would love to feature your teams in the game of round as long as both coaches are agreeable to be filmed. And make sure you manicure your fingers. Get your
Yeah, because
nails
that's what you
cut
see mostly is the
as you
fingers.
see your fingers.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, please let us know. We would love to have some of rookies games, some college games going on, and even an exhibition if the rookies want to throw a challenge to the college players.
Oh yeah.
Bust
Yeah,
out.
man.
Could bust out Baron Bacardi
Exactly,
again.
yeah.
He's retired. He's come out of retirement for a bit.
Only thing I can say about gaming around is yes, if you are interested, swing us a message earlier rather than later so
Yeah.
we can organise it.
Otherwise, if your team's stomping or they're like a popular favourite, then that can just be your team's cool or like you're just really fun to play. We
Yeah.
might actually message you and say, hey, do you mind doing my film with your team?
There's one coming to mind already.
If you
Oh.
don't want to, just say no, right? Like just say no. We're cool. You're not going to offend us. It's fine.
Alright.
Don't put in the peer pressure, guys. Come on.
Yeah. So because we're not going to film anyone who doesn't want to be filmed.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else we need to cover about important announcements?
If you guys have pictures of your teams, please send them through the Discord or message us individually. Send us photos of your teams. We would love to put them up on Facebook and maybe do a bit of a spotlight on them as well.
Yes, because one of the awards you can win in the pre-season or the early stage of the season
Yes.
is the Best on Show.
Best painted.
Best Painted. Best Painted award, which is just they're going to be community voted on which team they think is painted the best and looks the fucking coolest.
We also have best theme.
And we do have Best Theme or Naming Scheme,
Yeah.
which is we're going to pick some nominees
So-
today.
Yeah.
And we'll put a vote up on the Facebook page, and there'll be are we doing a winner for Best Painted for both college and rookie? I think we should.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Might as
I
well,
think
yeah.
that's fair.
So both the naming scheme and I guess with all the novelty awards, they're going to be for every league, right? So
We're going to need to open a bank account.
what about bragging rights?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cost a lot these days.
We'll make a pin.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly drive this, but what we're going to basically do now is we're going to start looking at some of the lists, and we figured because the college, you college players are old school, you got your veterans. We're going to go through probably the rookies because we're going to spend a bit more time on the rookie leagues list to go through their schemes, their naming themes, as well as just like what the general teams are about because you might not actually know what a corn team does and what you should be like, what to expect when you play against it. Pro tip, lots of blood.
Stand next to
if
both
you've
balls.
got the fixtures there, what are our teams that we've got in our rookie division?
Oh, yeah.
So, because we have 10 players in our rookie
10
division.
rookie.
10 rookie.
Is it 10 or is it 8? Sorry.
10.
Give me a second.
What we're deciding, give a big shout out to AJ on your Wood Elf team. Go get it fixed, get it assembled tonight, get it primed, and get it painted. All right. AJ just mentioned that
I was gonna
he's
say
currently
something.
building his Wood Elf team while watching. So thanks for watching, and they're looking forward to next season's rookies season.
And
Right.
can I just say, be careful with your war dances.
Yeah.
They might get
That's all
found.
I'm
Ooh,
all
war
I'm gonna say.
dances.
All I'm gonna say. So,
We do have a
Yes, it is 10. Correct.
who's 10? Hit us with one of the first ones
this will work perfectly because
out the gate. Who's... Sorry, there we go. What's our number? What's our first team on your list?
So, first game of week 1 is
No full
Dion
names.
versus Saba.
All right. And let's have a look. Who should we start with?
Dion.
Dion. Okay, so we're not going to use last names. We're only going to use first names. Okay, and we will bring up the list very shortly, just while I quickly get it organised.
Here we go. Imperial Nobility. Do we have a name?
Hold on, I gotta drive this. I gotta drive this bad boy because they're just still seeing us. So if we've done this correctly, I should be able to transition.
And magic.
Beautiful. Alrighty.
Magic.
Can we please make sure the mic, everything should be working, and you should be able to see
Let's
that
have
on
a
screen.
see.
And this one is called the Ostermark Crusaders. Is that right? Who would like to take? I mean, can I take us through? I freaking love Nobility.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
Imperials are yours. Let's go.
They were they're you know, we had the best of times, we had the worst of times. So we've got a now. I will say Imperial Nobility is a team. It's kind of much like Chaos. It has a rough start. And it's a team where you just cannot buy everything that you want out the gate. So we've got Ron, Harry, Hacksaw, Herbert, Billy, the Fridge, Fledgenhauler. I hope I said that right. Volkmore Kroll. I like these simultaneously hilarious, but also on point with the theme of the nobility. So 3 noble bodyguards, 2 noble blitzers. We've got did you get all 4 noble? No, 3 bodyguards. It's looking like up to 11 alignment. No thrower. I can understand that choice.
No Griff.
But 3 rerolls. So I can immediately kind of break down some of the logic in this. Okay. If you look at the noble blitzers, you can see 1,105. Okay. For what they are, they're essentially a human blitz with catch. They're very overpriced initially because you're paying for this. You're paying for the agi primary skills.
So you want that
and the strength secondary skills. So you're paying for what they can get later. So they're initially out the gate. They are overpriced. They are almost 30k more than human blitzers, and then you get catch. That's it.
Well, definitely like about 30k more than my gutter, 20k about my gutter runners as well.
Yeah, so which is insane if you think gutter runners. So you got some, and they're AG 3+. They're not elves, but they can get dodge really easy. They get dodge really easy, and then suddenly they're blodge catches, and they can do a lot. They're really flexible players. You've got these bodyguards, and they are also expensive at 90k. They are probably the player on this team that I reckon is actually worth its money. They're really good.
That wrestle, dude.
Wrestles the stand firm. This, and you'll kind of hopefully see a theme here with nobility. So wrestle for you new players is you can choose on a both down to place both players both down.
It's
it's good because it goes through block. Right, but there's no injury roll, so it's very safe. So you've got wrestle to control blockers, and they've also got stand firm, which means on a push result, which includes powers and stumbles because they are a knockdown and a push, you can't be moved. So you cannot move these guys; they stay where they are. They only move if they want to be moved.
So as long as it's a choice, you don't have to.
No, you don't
have to
use
use
it.
it.
It's may. The wording is may.
Yeah.
So you don't have to use it. You can let people move you, which you can do. And totally can be legit. And then you've got these Imperial linemen, and they are garbage.
45k.
That thing's pretty good though.
45k, right? 45k. The thing that hurts them is their Agi 4+, so they're less dodgy than a normal human,
So
and their armor A+ there is just as squishy as an elf. But they have this fend, which means you can not let people follow you up. And together you have this theme of stand firm, fend, and eventually the blitzers get sidestepped as well because they have Agi access. And this team loves pushes. They just want you to try and push them all day because they can control the field. They control the pitch. And that's their strength. Their strength is they're a control team.
Ball carrier, blitzers?
Yeah, your ball carrier will have to be a blitzer or a bodyguard. Potentially a bodyguard out the gate to get them some SPP early on because you want
early touchdowns.
With Baron Bacardi in last season, how do you prevent a team of a rookie coach from snowballing a player, putting all the SPP on one player, and how do you prevent that?
It's very hard to do. I tried. I know a lot of people watch my games, and I tried very hard for Baron Bacardi not to get all the SPP, but he was just literally the only one on my team who could do anything with the goddamn ball. Everyone else dropped it.
It does hinder the team as well. If you're constantly scoring with one player, you might want to sit that player out for a turn or two, for a drive or two.
And it's very hard when you have a 2,000k blitzer who you need to make plays. So now it's actually, as far as teams go, this is not a bad team to just have all your SPP on your blitzers because they get really, really good. All you really want is you want guard on some bodyguards because once they get guard, stand firm, they're amazing.
So you'd say go-to first skill would be guard on bodyguard?
Yeah, I think so. It's in the name, guard.
Yeah.
So you can do other things. Having on kick's not a bad idea. So you've got a kick piece. This team really likes kick because it likes to control the field.
Mm-hmm.
You can. I'm trying to think of other strength. Mighty Blow is not a bad pick. There's options. I would say I found this team really clicked when I had about 2 to 3 guard and the blitzers had dodge.
Yeah.
That's when the team felt like it was worth its money. He has also started with 3 rerolls, which I think is really smart for this team because they don't have a
No
dedicated
ogre.
ball carrier. You have to drop the ogre.
Oh yeah, no ogre.
You can't get
That's-
the
I was
ogre.
noticing
It's
something
really
different about that.
hard to get the ogre. You can't get the ogre in 3 rerolls.
No
So,
way.
and I
Good
think
choice.
this team needs the 3 rerolls. Yeah.
Good
So I
choice,
think
yeah.
great choice.
Does he have
Awesome.
anything left in his treasury?
I don't think so. They're really expensive.
So we got to.
Oh, he's got dedicated fans as
so
well.
40k. Oh no, you got the fans. Yep.
You got
Cool.
fans.
So he's got 0.
I
Yeah,
did
and
play
that's
Dion.
that's a good idea too. So because you need money with this team. These guys die all the
Yeah.
time. They die.
I did have a game with Dion a couple of weeks back, and I mean it was a good learning session, and he's doing real well. He's picking up game pretty fast. He's looking at things that are different. He's trying different things. So I'm actually keen to see how Dion plays Sava. Was this one?
Yeah, well, I actually spoke to Sava yesterday. And I said, "Do you know what Wrestle does?" And he put fear in his eyes with the
Yeah.
Amazons.
I understand
well-
Sava's been a player for a while. Has he? Has he played for a while?
Well,
This is his
my-
first
my
time playing with
understanding
us.
This is his first league. So
What is he running?
Amazon.
So that's the Crusaders. They were the Ostermark Crusaders, I believe.
Brilliant.
And they're going against, as we've said,
Yeah.
Sava, which not my
Ooh.
thing here. Who is the Lustrian Panthers?
Ooh.
No names, so already I'm out. Sava? No, I'm joking.
So what team is this?
Amazons.
The
Amazons.
So do you want to
Amazon.
take us through Amazon's? Maybe you can, Lukey. 'Cause you've-
Alrighty. Too easy.
I see if you put people theme here. For this.
They're going to be. Yeah.
What's it
Okay,
got?
so no names. So we'll just start with the positionals and what they can and can't do, and their costing. So Amazon couches. What do we got? You can have maximum 2 higher cost of 75k. 8
It's not bad.
AV. Ugh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Yep, you will die. No offense, of course. Moving on to the important stuff, the blitzers. There should be 4 in that list.
I see 2 currently, but there might be more down
Oh,
the
there-
thing.
There it is.
Yes.
Oh, there we are. He's got 4.
Block and dodge for the first game is just devastating, but that wrestle, like I said, is going to equalise that. The tribal line movement, they will get disposed. From my opinion, they will probably get turned over a couple of times.
So that's his one, and he's got not many of them. I think he's only got 2 or 3 linemen, I believe. Or
What's
line
the
women.
number of players he has?
He has
10.
No, keep going. There you go.
Oh, no.
11. Yeah.
He's
So-
got 11.
And up 2 rerolls from memory.
Well, let's find out. So we've got 2 rerolls, yeah, which
And
is
the apothecary in there.
Yes.
because
Yeah,
you
that's
can
a-
start with apothecary.
And with 10,000 dedicated
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah, so now do you notice a theme? Does anyone notice a theme if you look at the skills for these guys? Does anyone notice any
Oh,
dodge?
there's dodge there.
Dodge.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
very dodgy.
I actually played against this list a couple of weeks ago, and just pushing things everywhere.
And
Yeah.
respectively
Yeah.
quite cheap.
So
Yeah.
yes.
For that price.
So-
yeah.
So when you look at Dion's list, were you talking about the pushing with that dodge? It's just, it's going to be interesting.
So that everyone on the Amazon team has dodge, which is infuriating. I was
Maybe-
telling you about the Man of War League, the current one of the finalists playing right now is an Amazon team.
Pete mentions that he's on our Facebook here, Pete. With 8 armor values and no reserves.
No,
It's trying to
but,
do with no reserves.
early league, this dodge keeps them alive.
It
Because
does,
there's
doesn't it?
no tackle yet. So he'll be looking probably to get some reserves, I think, as soon as
Wait a
possible.
second.
Yeah, block and dodge as well.
There's dwarves and rookies.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well, he's going to hope. Well, we know he didn't get matched up on in game 1, but
No.
Amazons into dwarves is painful for Amazons. That's the
What do you mean? I've got the dwarves in my first game. I meet the dwarves in my first game. My first attempt at a dwarf.
I for one, am glad we've got dwarves. I reckon
Yeah.
dwarves are cool. But I will say this team, from what I've experienced, because I've played against this team in the season of the Man of War,
Yeah.
all movement 6 is something to
Yeah,
look at.
that's-
They're actually
Oh, wow.
not as fast as you think they are.
No.
And while they are weak, have you ever imagined a team which are all blodgers?
Yes.
You can get that on this team easy because they all have general access.
I was actually looking at a
Yeah,
team
dude,
like
I
that
didn't
for
even consider
my
that.
wife.
That's the
yeah.
one that's in the finals. They're all blodgers.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is.
Can't touch him.
So what would you for those who are looking at this right now, what kind of skills would you give moving forward? Sidestep, sure pass,
Sure hand.
sure hands.
You do want, I think they've got a short hand, so do they not have a throw? Oh no, their throw doesn't have short hands.
Oh,
does
you
it?
got catch,
No, they got pass,
Pass,
and dodge, right?
dodge, block.
So yeah,
So what?
blocking
What
all
are
your linemen.
what is your edgy and strength?
So the blitzers get start with blodge, and but they've got strength axes. So I've seen blodge guarders, blodge mighty blowers, blodge. If you can save up, you can have a blodge stepping guard piece, which is nuts.
So sidestep along the lines
right.
there.
Which is crazy. But you can do whatever you want with them. They got blodge. Just who cares? Roll around it. Like
That's true.
it doesn't matter. They got blodge already. You know. So and they're great. You get 4 of them. I think the catches. I've seen people take sprint or sure feeling just so you've got a fast piece.
Yeah,
The 6 is very average.
Yeah,
But-
6 is actual catcher. It's very low.
it is. I mean, with the 90K for block and dodge is a very very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like
Sprint.
I said, the
Sprint is
thing
probably one of
the
them,
movement and AV is where you're going to fall down.
Which is why you won't see this team making, even though it seems like, it doesn't make big stretch plays, it actually tends to kind of want to bash and play a bit more conservatively than you think, but it relies on the dodge and the block for its protection, because if anything gets through that, they die.
No,
They die really quickly.
Yeah.
The question is, are you going to put the blitzers on the line? Or are you
I
going
don't
to...
think so, no. Because, like, well, if you're receiving, probably not.
That's
Like, if
that's
you're
who
getting
you want to
punched.
carry the ball anyway, wouldn't you? Would you want the blitzers to carry the ball, or would you want your throwers to carry the ball?
I'd probably have the thrower, and then you had to let your blitzers go out there and start punching shit and fighting. I
Yeah.
think that's what I've seen. It's kind of weird. You want to play a weird keep away game with them. You want to punch, but you don't want to get punched back. Because
That's
if
true.
your
Well,
opponent's
what
rolling
about dodge?
powers,
You're
you're in
just
trouble.
How many linesmen does he have?
Linesman.
3, I think. It's
3.
about 3, yeah.
2 throws.
A lot of
Yeah.
positionals. So he has got a lot of important players in there that you don't want to die. And that's the thing. While they've all got dodge and block, if stuff gets through, your opponent's rolling. See, one thing I say about blodge from experience is it either means no one's going to touch them, or your opponent's going to roll a lot more powers, and then they die.
It's going to be interesting to see how this team stacks up to the
Yeah.
Imperial nobilities with the dodge and block and like moving through those fens and stand firms.
Yeah, I think that the edge is on the not the Imperials,
The
the
Amazons.
Amazons, because they just have Amazons traditionally have a strong start.
Yeah.
They all have dodge. They got 4 blodges. That's a really strong start. Whereas the Imperials traditionally have a really weak start, but they get better later on.
Rerolls are what 50K.
Yeah, they're cheap, I think, for these
Yeah.
guys. Yeah,
Look at that.
2, but you don't need them because your
Dodge,
dodges.
block.
Yeah, like,
We got.
everyone's got dodge, so you're only going to be using it for go for it.
So next season, more Amazons. Yeah.
they're good. They're a good team. They're a really good team. The movement 6 I find is the biggest thing that catches people
Yeah.
out. But that's Sava's team. That is the
Awesome.
Lustrian Panthers. Unfortunately, no names yet, Sava, so you can't qualify for the best team or.
Come on, Saba.
But I'm really glad because I know he's been talking about entering and playing in the league for a while, so it's really good to see you, and I hope you really enjoy it.
Advice: search up Themyscira.
Yeah.
Look at all the girls named there. Pick a few. Put it up.
Oh, like the Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's
yeah,
at
yeah,
Themyscira's.
yeah,
Come on, man. Wonder Woman, clang clang. Let's go.
Alrighty.
Second round.
That's the Lustrian Panthers. Just some quick transitioning here. And while I'm doing that, why don't you hit us up with who the next?
Yeah, so game 2 of week 1 is Josh versus Scott.
Ooh.
Oh, Josh versus Scott.
Josh.
Josh.
Okay, so...
Have I met Josh? I don't think I've met Josh.
No,
Right?
he's our
Oh, so he
last
lists it.
sign-up.
He's the last. Oh, he was the last sign
Yeah.
up.
Just up a bit.
Do we have a list from Josh?
Yes.
Yes, down the bottom. Oh, up.
Scott.
No, you should be
Oh,
halfway.
that
Yeah.
makes it
It's
up. Oh,
alphabetical.
do you want to do? Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
There we go.
Right, the alphabet. You'd think that I'd know that being an English teacher, but
Oh, the cherry blossom.
Oh,
Cherry
God,
blossom.
nice.
Whoa.
Love
Oh,
to
slam
see it.
team.
You love to
What?
see it. Beautiful.
This rookie has got
Phil.
class.
Oh,
And you only got 4 players. Well done, mate. Well done.
All right.
4 players in all rerolls.
Take us through it, Stephen.
Wow, a
I'm
slam
with
team. So I've never actually seen a slam team in action, but This looks amazing with the slant croxicle. So are they kind of like lizards? Are they frogs?
They're frogs.
They're frogs, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the froggies.
So you know what pogo stick and very long legs and diving catch
Yeah,
all
so
that
jumping,
together?
jump up, pogo stick, long legs, diving catch. All right, let's have a look. Slant croxicle. The slant croxicle, I'm assuming that's the big guy.
Yep.
So he's got a movement of 6, strength of 5, edgy of 5, no passing, which is head. I want to see big guys passing the ball. Bonehead, loner +4, mighty blow, which is good. Prehensile tail, so if you're dodging out from there,
-1.
that still is a -1 even with additional skills. And thick skulls, so hard to hit. What do we got? You got Yuri, Akuma, and Kirito. Ooh, someone's an anime fan. Coming up with Seppaku's, linesmen's. Pogo stick and very long legs. So pogo stick, very long legs is able to jump over.
Yeah.
To not take a negative when you're jumping over players, prone players, right? Prone and
It
stun
used to
players.
be something else. Didn't they all have leap? Isn't this the thing, or is that what Pogo Stick is now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got leap.
Which is essentially War Dancer.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they're not quite as good as it, I think, or
No.
some of them aren't.
Strength 2.
I remember. Look, I know this team as its previous iteration, which was
Yep.
the Kislev Circus, and they were all circus people that did flips. But they're a fun team. Like, they're super fun.
That is actually really cool. As a rookie coach, going
Yeah.
outside of the board and bringing in a slant team is fantastic. I can't wait to watch you guys in action. With a movement of 6 and 7s, what's their linesman movements are?
They're fairly
6.
humans, I believe, most of the
So
linemen.
6.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
6.
they're slant
Maybe
linesmen.
Sorry, they're frog people now. Apologies.
Yeah.
Maybe not as good though. Like,
Senpaku,
Yeah, they're tough, yeah.
Ko,
What have we got for
Maki
rerolls?
Sukaru.
Ooh, yeah. I would assess
shooting.
4.
4.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, this team needs a lot of rerolls. Because
They're
it's the
always
only
dodging.
way you can roll the flips. Now, this team has got a baptism, and that is you need for this team to be good. You need a player to do a flip, fail, land on the neck, and die. That's important. That's an important life cycle of a
baptism.
slam team.
Yep.
It happens to everyone. Don't take it personally. It makes your team stronger.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
that's
inspiring.
So look forward to the backflips, guys, and we'll see how it goes. So what is that? Very long legs. That's a mutation, isn't it?
Now,
It
yes, it means they're better at flipping. Basically, I think it gives them +1 to the roll.
Yeah.
And there's no limit to how much they can do this a turn, except for every player can only do it once. So you can just have a turn where they flip everywhere. They just flip.
Wow.
They flip over all your people. Just flipping, and you can have other turns where they flip, fail, bust their neck open, and die. You
So-
turn over. But
Additional skills for a team like that. You're looking at what? Leap? Not leap. Jump up.
has he
Would
got any
you-
blitzes? Has he got any blitzes?
General
No.
skills.
No blitzers. So you've got catches and a croxicle. So he's looking to just
But he's
run
got
the ball.
So, well, he's got the catches, and the thing with the catches is they're
Agi
Agi2,
Yeah.
But the
which
strength
makes them really good at flipping. So he's going all out on just doing flips. The blitzers are really interesting on this team because they have diving tackle out the gate
Yeah.
and they have jump up out the gate, but they don't have block. But they
No
flip. They
access
just
to
flip, right? So
Now,
yeah.
I would love to meet this team because it's a strength too. I got a couple of gutter runners that would love to meet you. Josh, please, if you ever have a time, I would love to have a game with you. I want to see this team in action.
They're cool. They're really fun. You pick a really fun team. I will say from my experience with this team is that sometimes you just got to take the risks and run with the dice because this is a team that can give you analysis paralysis really easily because like think of when you're staring at a bubble pitch and going, oh, when can I move this person? Now imagine that everyone can flip.
Yeah.
Like their
Changes
options
everything.
just double. Like it's insane. It's nuts, right?
so the same thing for when you're playing against them. That
Yeah.
You got to remember that everyone can flip.
So an
Yeah.
opponent will be just you're just playing against someone and just throw caution to the wind, do what you can do in your turn, and just hope for the best for your opponent's turn. I suppose is that right?
Yeah, the other advice would be avoid unnecessary flipping. I guess like it's really cool to just style
it
everywhere
sounds
and
cool
do some
to
flips,
like doing
but you'll burn through your rerolls really quickly.
SPP, no style points. SPP does not stand for style points. So if you do flip and it looks cool, I'm sorry, you don't get SPP for that.
It should stand for style points.
It should, right?
Right.
Bro, you're
But what do we reckon of his theme? I'm loving his theme. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing to see. Like I said, it's amazing. Rookie has Josh played prior to being with us
My understanding is online.
online.
So he would know this.
Yeah,
is
so
like
this
circus.
could
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
this could be him bringing his team forward. But again, welcome to the league, and we can't wait to see you.
I'm
just go
so
crazy.
excited that we've got one.
I
of these
am.
teams.
I've never
So
seen a
good.
Sven team in action.
It's really, really cool.
Wow.
I love. Well, kids love circus, but I love the slam. They're so fun.
I can't
They're
wait to
fun
see
to watch.
it painted as well. Have you seen it painted yet? Has it been colored?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen a paint. I have seen them. Yeah, no paint on them yet. From
That is fantastic. That's
And
it.
Josh was versing Scott. Is that right?
Yes.
Which
Scott.
one, Scott?
Oh, that one.
This one here.
The one with that. Yep. That.
Let's we can find
Ogres.
that. Ogres.
Oh,
Rookie playing ogres.
Let's see. That's going to be interesting. Let's take
Now
look
I
at
did have a
this.
good look at this one. So, five ogres, not the 6, but then he manages 3 rerolls.
Okay.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Right.
Is he still though down on his TV? Is going to be the question here.
Yeah. How go down? I think.
Well, let's let Mark. Why don't you just take us through
Ogres.
this? And they're called. I'll give you the names.
oh my God! What a
Wowzers,
name!
ogres. I
Wowzers,
don't get
ogres.
this theme, but I think you do.
I don't understand.
What a
that.
I
name!
think-
Well done.
I recognize some of the names from my childhood, but I think you appreciate this the most.
If your team is painted in the way that I think it is, you have my vote for the style team. All right. So don't let me down. When I do see your team, send me a photo of your team. If it is the team that I think it is, it's painted the way that I think it is, you have my vote. 100%. You have my vote for best painted, best style, best name, whatever it is. Just as long as it's painted right.
Steven
Okay,
has
I
been
wanna
bought.
see-
He has been sold.
I want to see Majin Buu. I want to see Frieza and Piccolo and Goku and Krillin. It's got to have those 6 dots, man. It's got to have those 6 dots, all right? Come on. Let's do it.
Alrighty, so we've got 4 blockers. Big skill on those is the Mighty Blow. That'll be interesting.
Oh, this is the ogre blockers. We only
The
got
ogre
4 of them. Is
blockers.
that right? Yeah.
So 4 of those, all armor value 10 plus. That's
Yeah. So strength 5. They're all big guys.
bash.
Get some claws,
Yeah.
guys.
Big
Expensive.
bash.
Mighty blow. Ooh, we've seen ogres do really well in the past.
I think that's cool that he hasn't named his Noblars.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't need anything past
so,
those first
we got
5. You don't need to do
Majin,
anything else.
Boo, Krillin, Goku, Piccolo is our blockers, and then we've got what's this?
Frieza is the punter.
So only one.
And what does what's the difference between the punter and the?
We'll see. You can own.
He's got kick teammate.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
one's called throw teammate, one's called kick teammate.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it allows you to do the same thing twice.
Yeah,
in
that's
turn
right.
Because
So
But
just
the-
by changing the name of it, you can then do the action
it has
twice.
its. I think kick teammate is a little bit more dangerous,
Yeah.
but it functions almost identically. I
almost
think.
identical.
Yeah.
That'd be strength, wouldn't it? Oh, that'd be a trait.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think
Yeah,
you
you
can
can't.
get it. It's
No.
only. It's literally a run punter thing only.
So having 5 pieces of 10 plus armor value, that you can pretty much guess that they're going to stick around for most of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we let this coach in on the break tackle that we saw last season?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think so.
my.
Only
I
2
think it's-
rerolls, which is important to note. Which
he's-
I guess with the lower starting money, getting those extra rerolls is a bit
He's
tough.
got 4 reserves in the team as well, which
What?
is good to see.
Yeah.
How much money is he left with?
He's
Yeah, I think it
Nothing.
tops out.
He
Okay,
chopped
yeah,
out.
tops
He's
out.
spent it all. He's got one dedicated fan,
he's got
Yeah.
5.
which is
5
good. That's a good buyback for money.
Yeah, he's got 5 grand left, which is not
Yeah,
bad.
5 grand, but
Um,
yeah, you still can't figure out. But when
You
it,
remind me, so
I
where
think
is
when,
it?
when you have like heavier
Oh, yeah.
teams like that, correct me if I'm wrong. If you have heavier teams like, wouldn't you want to pump more into dedicated fans so that the returns are more so that you can?
I
have,
remember there is a kind of a bit of a formula to it, but I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly what it is.
because it is worrying that if any one of them does go down to claws, which is a 8, it breaks your armor.
I will say though that claws is going to be hard to pull off because they're also strength 5.
Oh
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
there's a bloodthirster in rookies.
A I mean, there's one in the college league as well. Watch out, guys.
I played with an ogre against one of these teams, and my big guy just got bullied by these 4 or 6 time big guys that just all gun up on him. And push
Yeah,
him
wait,
around.
wait till you have break tackle and then the dodging out on 2s and stuff. Just like,
yeah.
surprise!
So we saw, I think, the champion, the reigning champion,
Yep.
did Agi ogres, which were all ogres with all break
Couldn't believe
tackle
it,
and a
yeah.
bunch of other skills, and they could all dodge.
Yes.
What was your final like with that team?
Oh look, that my final with the break tackle team ogres was painful. On top of my inability to play a basic game of Blood Bowl, my dice rolls were horrible and everything just went south. Again, his only loss was to me. My only loss was to him. That was the whole season. Was that we've had
And
draws, but that
we'll
was it.
say that Dave, the previous reigning champion, is a very, very good player. Very, very good. It's the reason he's been reigning for
2
since the start of the
seasons.
season. Yeah,
2 seasons. Yeah.
is the-
After season 1, he said that because he won, he was going to play a tough team like ogres, and he pulled it through.
yeah.
So Scott, as a rookie, if you ever need some word of advice or someone to bounce off, go and see Dave, have a chat with him, Dave L, and have a chat with him, and maybe he can help you and point you in
I
some
mean,
directions.
he took a tier 3 team to finals and won.
He did.
So which is
So
nuts.
good luck with that. Again, send me photos. I would love to see.
Brilliant.
Right, yeah. So anything else we've got here about the? We've already had like a little
I
while
guess
of
for
the
the
theme.
rookie coaches out there, Noblar's great.
Oh yeah.
Oh
They're
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Noblars are they've got a lot because they don't actually count towards your TV.
Plus, they're dodging on 2s with rerolls.
They don't do that.
And
Yes.
they have
Yeah.
stunts.
Yes, so they dodge on 2+ with a reroll everywhere, anywhere. They will run through your best set line. They will just run through it.
But they will die to a...
That
They're
does
armor
not.
6 and they're strength 1. They die.
Yeah. That's why he's a naming.
Yeah.
They,
But that's also, you gotta be careful with prehensile tails, because prehensile tail does add the neg 1 to it. Right stuff just means you can be kicked and thrown. Sidestep, really awesome. You get to pick any way you want to move within the open space around you, even if it's on the ball. And Techi, what's Techi? Should we
So
know?
that's the +1 to dodges.
Okay.
So the Agi's 3, but with Tichi, they dodge on 2s.
but that also means they don't add additional
Tackle
modifiers to tackle zones. So they
So
still
you can
give
block.
out their tackle zone,
Yeah.
but they don't add additional modifiers, like if it's
That's
step
dodging
for
on
layer.
2s. and
So
go
yeah,
away.
dodging on 2 away, except for prehensile tail, but that's about it. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
The other
Awesome.
thing to note about this team is obviously because the Noblars don't count towards the team value, inducements are a thing that this team
So he's going to
is
start
about.
with, against most teams, 150,000.
Mm.
That's pretty much Griff, right?
No, Griff's way
No, Griff is way.
Griff was like 250.
You go
280,
with
something like
Wizard,
that.
150,000 Wizard.
You go Wizard. You could go
Like, what is it,
bribes. You could go bribes,
Yeah.
a bribe and foul. You could go an extra re-roll potentially. He might have a particular star player in mind
Yeah.
for this. That is an
Yeah,
important
you have
note we
star.
need to make.
Star players.
Star players. Now, I
Ta-da!
have put in the document that the star players from the
Corbrook
core book
and their son.
and Death Zone are legal. All right, they're the legal ones, and I think it was
There
already.
was the only confusion was we decided only inducements from Death Zone. So when you look at the stadiums and balls and all sorts of stuff like that, they're not part of inducements. They're not picked at the
Yeah,
start.
so in terms of now for rookie, I specified in it that it was just inducements from the Blood Bowl core book. I'm happy to change that if we
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
If
Um,
someone wants a giant, they can.
yeah.
use it.
So the inducements, generally speaking, we just take the inducements from the core book and Death Zone. The inducements are fine. Death Zone anyway is a bunch of variants that you can add to the game. We've just at this stage selected just the inducements because they seem fine. The
Yeah.
star players are totally fine. I don't know about star players released in other.
There are some price
Okay,
differences. So with the Verminator that came out last season,
Terminator and
for the
Black,
rats.
Black Hoof. So
Yeah.
they're-
Yeah, right, from the White Dwarfs and stuff.
yeah,
Are we cool with them?
Oh, absolutely.
So basically, from this point, anything that's released is not currently legal.
Yeah.
So
this season.
we
So-
have just seen the new models from Norse get released, but the rules won't come out for a little while.
Mm.
So that's not too bad.
And to be honest, if you do want to play Norse, I think they are in the Teams of Legend, and you just need to
Yeah.
customize your wallet.
we do have a
So
Norse
fine.
team. From
Also,
the college.
We do have
really
to-
good. They're a good team. They're
Yeah.
a great team. They're cool. They're fun.
I will let you know. It's my first team that I'm going up against.
Yeah. They're good. They're a solid team. They're really good. Anyway, so that was a bit of a sidetrack. So he might have a particular star player in mind, maybe like the Black Goblin or something.
But it'd be
Might
good to see though. It'd be good to see
Um,
how he plays out with that. But I mean, a full 15 team run that looks fantastic though. It's scary to me because it brings me back like scary moments. But I'm excited to see how it goes. With
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really interesting. I think ogres have surprised. Like ogres in the previous edition were just really bad, and in this new edition where they kind of just got buffed a bit,
Yeah.
I think also
people
for,
are really liking them. They're really cool.
yeah, also for probably not the best team for a rookie coach, but if you do a season with these as a rookie, you're just going to walk into the next season and be like, yeah, let's party.
Just a question with that one as well. He's got the 2 rerolls, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
So with all those skills that he's got on his lineman,
Sorry, do you want me?
yeah, 1 reroll and possibly an apothecary or something that would maybe work as well, or
I would let you know when I was done.
Yeah, I think the apothecary is a good buy. I think you're right there, but I think it's for the ogres.
Yeah.
It's for the ogres, and I think one of the trickiest things is getting TDs on your ogres, and because your Noblards get SPP, and they probably get a TD, and you can do a random level up just to get them something, but don't get attached to them. They die very, very quickly.
I mean, we could see a kick teammate, and that Nobler just disintegrates. Just
Yeah. I mean, you're literally throwing them around the field and kicking around the field.
What color blood does the
Yeah.
Nobler that pink miss?
Yeah.
Just that. Yeah. So we don't know how it's gonna play, but I am excited to see I see Frieza kicking some Noblers.
Excellent, fantastic.
Damn Namekians.
So that was Scott. So awesome, new player to the league, new rookie.
player.
Really,
New player, yeah.
really keen. I
Who we
really
have-
hope he's
who we have
enjoyed
next?
his first game. I think that'll be a really killer game.
Yeah.
Who's up next?
so game 3 is between Ryan and Ken.
Yeah.
So we got Wood Elves and Orcs.
Wood Elves and Orcs.
Ooh, Ryan's got a Wood Elves.
Oh, Ryan's selling the Wood Elves. Okay,
Good team.
they are a good team. They're a good team.
Now,
Wood Elves.
You go.
okay,
Ryan, you
so
go for this,
I
yeah.
know Ryan. I've seen this team. I've seen this list. I've spoken to Ryan about potential builds.
There's 2 big main ones. I find.
Well, yeah. There was a potential there for a full lineman, 1 war dancer with a lot of rerolls at first, but what he's chosen here is 2 war dancers and then a bunch of linemen and 1 catcher.
Yeah.
And how many rerolls did he end up getting? 2. Okay,
which is
that's
pretty
pretty
hard.
standard.
not to
And an
get.
apothecary for that.
I don't think so. They're
No,
really
okay.
expensive.
So that's a
the
million on the nose. Okay,
Oh, that's a million on the nose.
Okay,
That's
well,
pretty
I guess catering to the rookies because we're doing the rookie division. War dancers are great.
Yeah, they're probably one of the best starting players out of the
Block,
game.
dodge, and leap is great. It's one of those things that everything that they're meant to do, they do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pick the ball up easy. They get around. If they get hit, yeah, but that's not going to happen. You're going to be dodging out of everyone's tackle zones every single time.
Oh, Ryan.
You're going to end up with Randy.
Randy. I was like, who's Ryan?
Yeah,
Hey, Randy.
I
I was like, who's Ryan?
I've seen this team used to great expertise, and I've seen it go completely.
They do have a tendency to
Yeah.
implode their old Wood Elves, which is
Now-
unfortunate for him.
Randy's a rookie, but he's getting there.
He's played a lot of games.
He's played a
He
lot
He's
of
is.
really keen. He's awesome. He's real. He's really passionate about volleyball.
Yeah, I got a
He's
couple
he's
of
loving
games
it.
in with him
He's
too,
like,
yeah.
give me that fix, man.
That leap, I must say that leap does throw a player like myself off who's like, I'm going straight, everyone's got to come around me. Nope, that leap just jumping right in the middle. If you leave a gap wide enough, he will get into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what else for you. They are the. I don't want to call them the most elfiest elf team, but they're definitely the most just balls to the wall elf team.
Yeah.
And the thing for rookie coaches, when we say an elf team, we obviously mean elves, but the thing that categorizes an elf is this Agi 2+.
Yep.
Yeah.
They dodge they're all Agi 2+. They dodge easy.
There are other elf teams. There are the dark elves, there's wood elves, and then
The pro elves, the Elven
Elven
Union,
Union.
the real elves, the
Oh.
cool elves, alright, just
No,
saying
he's-
that.
It's like
No, he's
that.
half
My
elf.
OG team is a pro elf team.
Now,
and I
how's
fucking love
this
them.
team going to go this season? I think it's going to.
That was a good league for
Yeah,
them.
it's
Yeah.
it's in the right division.
The worst thing that they want is like 7 other bashing teams. That's like what they don't want to.
Looking at his first matchup is Orcs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
Just quickly as well, Ryan's our traveller this year, so he's got to come up from Brisbane to play his games.
Oh, really? Is he? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, wow.
So-
Well, that's really dedication. So,
Anybody that is playing Ryan, just give him a good heads up. Schedule your games really well with him, so he's got plenty of time to come up.
That's
Absolutely.
exactly
And if your next team has played already, the next game that you played and your next game is
Yeah.
Ryan, just let him know as well if you want to play it earlier so he gets a couple of
Picking up on some of
time.
the theme here, so looking at like 5, 6, 7 plays, 5, 6, and 7. These are
yeah, that's
Eldar characters.
Ah,
from
that works.
40K.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm not too sure about the top 4 Strider and Portheos, if I'm saying that.
Yeah, we might be missing the theme here. I feel like there's something we're missing
What's
here.
the this
Yeah,
is the
so-
Sunshine Coast Swift, isn't it?
Yeah.
The first Sunshine Coast represent. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. So I know that Morgan Ra and all that's 40k elves.
Yeah, these characters from
40K.
books. I feel I've read a book, a 40k book that's got this. It's like
Yeah.
the way of the path of the warrior or something like that.
something like that.
Oh, look at that. You guys look
yeah.
out. He's coming for you. If he can't jump over you, he's going to jump on you.
So I don't know if those references from those books, that Eldar series. I have read them, so but they sound familiar.
Are we seeing more themes with the rookies this season?
Oh, great! I'm loving it.
the-
Yeah.
I'm loving it,
Pop
yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
It's great.
Now, one thing I think that's important to note about Wood Elves, which separates them from other elves, is their high speed.
Ooh.
They're
what's
all
a
at
eight?
least speed 7,
Seven?
and that's what lets them flood through a gap. They can just flood. They can leap over the War Dancers at speed 8, which is ludicrously fast,
And they have leap.
and they have leap, so they can go wherever they want,
And
and
what
you
about
can't
the
catch them.
cage
Yeah.
diving wood answer?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we won't see that until maybe we see a strip ball on one of them.
Yep.
That actually was my next question. On a team like that where you're so fast, you know you're moving around, what are the skills that
Sure.
they should look out
Sidestep.
in putting in their team?
Strip ball.
Also looking at what they're going up against, which are a couple of heavy hitting teams. What do you expect them to
Jump
do?
up?
Run away.
Yeah, with my
Chop up,
like honestly with War Dancers, anything you like. So yeah, like what?
Yeah.
Just think,
Yeah,
what do you
comes
want
Speed.
the War Dancer to do? Because it can do it really well. If you want him to be a sweet playmaking stretch player, give him sprint and sure feet, and just have and probably save up and get a movement up. Because if you roll on the chat,
Nothing bad.
the
Except for
up
passing,
table,
probably.
Yeah.
movement is your most likely option to get. And if you don't get movement, you're getting an Agi up, which makes you have an Agi 5 War Dancer who just goes everywhere. And these guys are really good contenders for stat increases because they score lots of touchdowns. They end up making quite a few injuries because they're your strikers. They just do everything really bloody well.
You pay for it.
Now the problem is they
70k lineman is brutal.
yeah, they're super expensive and they're all really
Yeah, I was looking at a
Uh-huh.
strength 8
Yeah.
hit. So I mean, look, improving in your strength in your AV. Could you improve AV with that
I
one?
don't think it's worth
Yeah,
it.
you could.
I don't think it's worth it. I think you're better off getting you could, but
But,
you
yeah.
could make him movement 9, which
That
is
is true.
insane.
Well,
and then you
that's-
could give him sprint,
Yeah.
so he's effectively movement 12 when you need him to be, which means he can score from the halfway line.
Yes.
It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, Pete says sprint.
Yeah,
Sprint is on the War Dancer is very good. Sprint and
And then if you want to double down, you give him sure feet as well.
Yeah.
So he's got sprint sure feet.
I mean, look, everybody wants to be a gutter runner. That's all I'm gonna say. If you got a problem with that, I'll see you on the pitch.
But you can also because they score lots of SP, they get lots of SPP. You can give them Mighty Blow because you can get points for a secondary easily enough.
Yeah.
Tackle Mighty Blow. Just have a guy who hunts people down. That's his
So
job.
we're banking. We're obviously with the
So
with the
you
block
do
dodge and lead.
essentially.
We're obviously looking at these guys will be the ball carrier to
100%.
lead the way.
No other way.
No, they do have a thrower, I believe. I don't think he's got one, but you can
He's got a
have,
catcher, yeah.
you can have a thrower who just holds the ball. It's hard with it, but with an elf team, you just fucking have an alignment do it. They're actually 2+.
Actually, two guys, yeah.
You give you an alignment. They're all speed 7s, so they can just hand the ball off to whoever they want to.
Yeah, passing on fours and all
actually,
is bad.
handing off is probably far better than passing at these.
Yeah, until you
Yeah,
get a throw.
handing off is better.
Until you get a throw. The throw, because the throw's got pass.
That's a
So
good.
it's
That's a good
got
choice by
passing.
Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also he's going to probably want to save up to get the Treeman, because the Treeman is a really good pick on this team, because he just gives you literally a tree in the center of the field that you can run around with your speed 7.
Yeah. What's the amount of money he's left with his team value?
It should be
Is it a
pretty
full-
high.
a full
I
million?
think it would be
Full
Yeah, it's a
million.
million.
full million. Yeah,
$1 million.
no expense spared. Treasury
Oh
completely
no,
empty.
no additional fans. I noticed that a lot of the newer coaches don't have any additional fans as well. I mean, look, you're new, you need more fans.
Yeah, but I feel like with what else, it's really hard to squeeze one in. Like he's look at it, he's got to get those 2 war dances
Yeah.
and the 2 re-rolls. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't have any room to.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. It's a full
It's
team.
they're expensive out the gate. He can't.
But you know,
Oh, actually, he's gonna want the apothecary as soon as possible.
Yes.
That's his first buy. Is apothecary.
yeah,
straight
100%.
out. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, don't get
With
blocked.
those valuable 2 positional players.
AJ, this is really good for you. So, with what we're discussing about the war dancers, it could be something that you could look into for our next season when you become a rookie and you join us. So, Ryan will be a good one to keep an eye out. If you ever get a chance to watch any of his matches, hop in, have a chat, watch his matches, maybe have a see
So,
how you go with
Because-
movement line and sprint. Yeah.
I think the last time I saw Randy, I played Pro Elves against him, and he was like, "Fucking elves,
Yeah.
fucking elves! They just go do whatever they want." And then he's playing Pro Elves, Wood Elves. So I'm glad you saw the light.
That's it, man. That's it.
and
AJ's got mindset on the
Mate,
board,
you
so-
just gotta play the ball. You gotta pass it around. You just don't let your dreams be dreams.
Make sure,
Yeah,
make sure you get some
I
colours in
actually
there, right?
played Randy with my Elven Union as well.
I
stopped
love. Don't give me started, Melvin.
Get some
Oh,
war
mwah.
dances with colours. Come on,
Chef's
get war
kiss.
dances with
Alright,
colours.
what have you got next?
No worries. And so his opponent would be Ken.
Ken.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Let me see if I can quickly.
You
Yeah,
just
down,
go
down, one
No,
down.
I didn't. What are you talking about? There we
Yeah,
are. Alphabetical order. Right.
Now,
we
I
got
hope
this.
I remember
Come
right.
on.
Orcs, so I'm trying.
Make sure the Street
Yeah,
Fighter
there we
team.
go.
Oh, these
Oh,
orcs.
no
No
team name
names
yet.
though. So, who's really winning?
Who's this? What team is this?
Oh, this
Orcs.
is Ken.
Oh,
Orcs.
the Orcs.
So, standard. I think he's got the exact same list as me. 4 big and blockers, 4 blitzers, and 3 linemen.
Put some team name suggestions on the team
And
chat as
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
no team name. So maybe he's struggling to find like a theme or something. So if you've got like some good orc theme, I never saw a
Oh.
good orc theme last season.
I met Ken. We were sitting
Would
there
that
and
mean
I saw him.
Orchestrated
Yeah.
Death?
That was a good one. I was thinking of the Skullcats.
Ah,
They had
yes.
really good orc names.
And
Yeah, that was the last season. Skullcats was.
I think they won the. Did they win the best theme?
No, they didn't. That was Chris's team, the Skullcats.
Yeah.
No,
Hey, no, that was Ben's.
Ben's.
Ben,
Ben's Skullcats. Yeah.
yeah, they were good. They were a really good team.
Yeah.
Well, you're playing orcs. Actually, no, you played orcs last season, so maybe you can take it.
Black
I
Orcs.
know you played different types of
Black
orcs.
Black
but-
Orcs, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Urban Orcs.
I was playing the Black Orcs last season, so similar team. Animosity is the big
Yeah.
issue with orcs.
Selfish players.
So
And
they
this
don't
is-
like each other.
This is actually a nerf that was introduced, a nerf to orcs in this edition. Just for you new players, the animosity means that they have to roll a check to give the ball to this player, essentially. So, for example, the big guns don't like to give the ball to the other big guns. Is that have I got that right? Is
Yeah,
that, is
yeah.
that correct? Yeah.
It's just more of a selfish kind of
Yeah.
thing where you're telling them to do something they don't
Chris-
want to do.
Blitzers do not want to give the ball to anyone.
Anybody.
Right?
So Chris was playing the Orcs last season, so he's probably a good one to
Ogres last season.
Chris Wilcox.
Played Ogres last season.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, Ben was a good player.
Ben
played-
was the
That's right, sorry.
Skullcats. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep getting the two of them mixed up with the teams as well.
Yeah. We're all players, yeah.
I'm sorry, Chris. Sorry, Ben. My bad.
Oh.
Can we just have a moment for Chris, who played ogres with no rerolls and got to like 6th place or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's like,
Well, you know, you only got Griff.
murdered
Yeah.
my
He's got
murdered my
Griff
Black
and a
Orc
Treeman
team.
as well.
Yeah, really. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Mark.
That's right, mate. So animosity and block pretty much on most players.
Yes,
From what I can see there.
Blitzers have block. And what's the big thing you would say about this, about orcs?
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
That is the most important thing.
Heavy armor.
Heavy armor.
Everything.
So you're not going to knock this team down real easy, but they're not the quickest either. So
No. So they're fast players at speed 6.
so this is going to be an interesting game to watch: a fast-moving team versus a big bash team.
Oh yeah.
I guess it comes down
Yeah,
to
you're
who
gonna have a
goes first,
showstopper right there.
And I don't know about I haven't met Ken. Is in terms of
It's actually,
I got to meet Ken briefly. Yeah.
I don't know how much Blood Bowl you've played, but Orcs are always my go-to if you're new to Blood Bowl. Play Orcs. They're a really forgiving team. You can make a mistake with them, and you're not going to lose your whole team. It's you can get punched around, and you can get back up and punch back.
I believe my first ever game of learning how to play it on the tabletop was with Orcs as well. So
And you get a lot of block. You get a lot of strength 4.
yep.
Your players are slower, but they're not like
Slow.
dwarf slow.
Yeah.
They're
has
also
Has he chosen rerolls?
Yeah, let's have a look actually. 2 rerolls.
2 rerolls, and he wouldn't have
Healthcare.
anything else.
Healthcare.
No,
Oh, that's right. He went the extra player.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's got the 12 players instead of the 11, which means he should be winning all the sustain. You know, with Orcs, like no team should really be able to out bash him early on. I think.
So this
First skilled, what do you think, Mark?
first skill.
Dodge.
It's a double. It's a double.
Dodge. Get him all dodge.
Raji Orcs.
Sidestep.
I would look at getting possibly guard, getting strength,
I think you're on the money there. I think.
Yeah.
help get some help with some additional players. So
Yeah, I think. I mean, so the other thing with Orcs that's important to note is they all have strength access, except for the alignment, but all the positions have strength access. Do you? I guess I don't know. I'd be looking at what the rest of the league's doing. I
Yeah,
think.
it depends who you matchups are. Like me looking at this season, is tackle on the blitzes is the first thing.
Yeah. Also, you could go guard, but like if you're like, I'm looking at this team and going, I'd be thinking about guard, but if I'm confidently beating the crap out of every other team, I might not need it, and I could maybe invest. in
Mighty
something
Blow?
else.
Mighty
Oh,
blow on the blitzes.
don't give him ideas.
Nah.
We want this to be a welcoming season. Don't put Mighty Blow on everyone. What are you doing?
well, from the first 6 teams that we've seen, this definitely has to be the standout team for most casualties. So
Nah. You know.
Ken, I'm definitely looking at your team to be up there in the casualty count. So
Yeah. It's just a combination of 4 strength 4 pieces and 4 block pieces. I
yeah.
think that's really, really strong. I know it seems like against the ogres would win the bash, it'd be like a rookie thing or whatever, all these ogres. But the 8 players with block and strength 4 is just a really strong combo.
What's
Yeah.
your thoughts on tackle?
Love it.
Tackle on the players, because we got a lot of dodgy stuff, and even armbar. I think armbar could come in handy in this round
Against
as
the,
well.
like the Amazons.
Because if you do dodge and you fall, if you fall within an area, you add a -1 to a +1 modifier to your armor roll or injury roll. So that also stacks with.
I think that's good for dwarves.
Yeah.
Because they come with the tackle. The
Exactly.
armbar can be really good.
So that's good. Even grab is also a really good one. I think grab is pretty good.
Yeah, grab it.
Connor.
The Black Orcs. If
Grab.
you want to see elves cry, let's watch Black Orcs grab them and go in yellow.
This way, please.
Yeah, so.
You are welcome.
I mean, the Amazons tackle is like really useful
Yeah.
against the Amazons, man. Like you want to tackle Pete's against the Amazons.
But yeah, we've got a lot of quick teams in the rookies league, and for someone who's running a big team like that, I think stand firm, strong armbar,
Yeah, we have
tackle is pretty good because there's a lot of dodge going on though.
The Nobles could be an interesting matchup. Like it really depends on the armor rolls because the Orcs like to cage and cage forward, and Nobles can just stop a cage. They can just hold it in place. They can squeeze a cage because they all have to get permanent fence. They can go.
But one thing you want to do as well with Orcs is definitely try and pick that ball up as quick as you can.
Yeah,
And then
maybe
hold
not
on.
the
Oh
first
yeah,
activation.
if you drop that ball first turn and you're playing like Wood Elves,
Yeah.
you will have about 6 elves on that ball turn too.
Yep.
They will be
Yeah, that'd be the
all
last
over
thing I'd be
it, like,
doing.
Or I mean, like any other option, the ball is an option. So if you can catch the elves, go for the legs, go for the arms, go for anything.
Pro tip, Orcs players, that the ball exists.
Yeah, the ball
It
is.
is kind of crucial to winning the games.
Just give it to the catcher and forget about it.
It's very easy to fall into that trap like I did with Black Orcs, just try and bash everything.
Team name suggestions. So the Facebook world and
Discord.
YouTube, Discord. Put up a name. Help Ken come up with a name.
We are now crowdfunding names.
Crowdfunding names. Yeah. Throw out a couple. We'll ask Ken, and then maybe we might get a community name come up, and we'll see how we go.
What's up next?
Awesome.
Yeah, what's up next? We're
Who's
kind
the next one?
Guys? So game 4 is between David and Ashley.
David and
They're
Ashley.
playing at Mark's house on Tuesday.
I
Oh, they're
believe.
playing your place, is
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Have a
So
look.
playing at
So,
my
let's
place on
get
Tuesday night, which will be good to watch.
Oh,
Oh, Black Hawks.
And look, we're talking about them, and they shall appear.
Hey,
Oh, boy.
Carl, the AJ just said an opponent can't win if there's no opponent left to win,
I love
right?
the name.
Hey, I will counter the argument
That's-
with
I love
all
the
you
team
need
name.
is one elf.
Exactly. Wow. What is this? The tools?
The tools.
The
Black Hawk
tools.
tools.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Black
I love
Hawk tools. Ew.
Stanley.
I actually, this is my
Hacksaw.
favorite already.
What
This is my
hacksaw?
favorite. This is amazing.
The jackhammer, the
Hacksaw.
clawed
That's a
hammer.
good one. Motif. That's
Jack-
right.
Oh, we've got a voice script. Look at that.
Ah, that's amazing. This is my theme, hands down. Look, everyone here knows I'm a sucker at a good wordplay, so
Woo!
this is.
Cold chisel.
That's amazing.
Stanley D. Knife.
Oh, that's so good. Tin
just-
snip.
just-
Oh, that's so
Just for David, just for a bit of history. Season 1, this team took out the title. Black Hawks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Season
yeah,
one.
right. Yeah, Black Hawk team.
So they do have the potential to be champions.
Yes, they
Oh,
absolutely
they do. And again, same. Dave L. Approach him if you ever need help with Dave. And Dave, go and approach him. But I think my eye is on Philippe Heads. Philippe Heads.
You must wonder, right?
I like the standing knife.
the Philip head screwdriver. That guy Philip must have had a really fucked up shaped head.
he
Just
is.
throw it out there.
You guys understand? He's probably French, and his name is Philippe.
Yeah.
Philippe
Philippe
Heads.
head,
Yeah, Philippe Head.
Can we just scroll down and have a look at the
Yeah,
names
what's
for
the team
the
composition?
Gold
Okay,
Hawks?
let's go through the names. So we got right at the top. Who?
Steel Runner.
Oh, sorry. Hacksaw,
Cold
scaling
chisel.
knife. Yep. Cold chisel.
Oh boy.
Claude Hammer, Vice Grip, Cold Chisel,
Flathead.
King Slip,
Spirit level.
Philip Head, Flathead,
Steel ruler.
Spirit Level, Steel Ruler, Torque
Torque
Wrench,
Wrench.
yeah!
Hey, we did it. I'm a fan of this team already. I'm invested.
And the only thing that this would go well with the name is that if all the Black Orcs have two belts,
No
on
troll,
them,
though.
the models,
yeah, on them, okay, hard heads and two up.
No troll, correct?
No trouble.
No
No
troll.
troll, because I don't think you can afford the troll and the 6 Black Ops with 1,000. Oh, sorry,
Right,
1 million TV.
yeah.
I've seen a lot of miss large players though.
Does it look
Now,
good?
one thing if you can,
Three
Yeah, I think
re-rolls.
that's
Whoa.
fair. I think that's fair, actually.
yeah.
Um,
So just to throw it out there, David, I've chosen no re-rolls and I've gone for my big player. So
yeah.
Man, it feels good to be a gangster.
Yeah. I actually think that, particularly for a rookie coach, like having 3 rerolls is just the
Yeah,
sweet
Pete's-
spot. It's
Pete's
the number
suggestion
you
for me.
like. Now,
More
Blackhawks, I think, are a really cool team. They get kind of called slow lizards a bit, but I don't think that's fair.
Ooh.
They'll grab.
Yeah, I think they're underrating. And so they got Brawler Grab. So for rookies who don't know, Brawler means that if you roll and you're not blitzing, you roll a block, you
Reroll
can
that die.
choose to re-roll one both down result.
yeah,
Now, pro tip for you, Dave, is if you get like a skull and a both down, don't use your Brawler, just spend a team reroll on it. Like, try
That
to
skull
use
will
it
come off.
to turn a push into a power. Is one of my
Correct.
best strategy. Because pushes are pretty good for you because you've got grab. So grab is you can just move people anywhere. They can just be moved to an adjacent square with a push. So
The 8 squares around any
Your
of the
player.
8 squares around you that is open.
not
can-
you around them
around
because
the
you're moving there.
Oh, around them.
So yeah, just be
Yeah.
careful
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that.
I'm
So
sorry.
but that means you can grab elves and pull them in, and
And
it's terrifying.
Yeah.
But it's a really good control skill, and it's underrated, and I think that's what Dave L was really good at doing. was
And
using
definitely
grab.
having 6 of the big guys, you can definitely build yourself a solid cage as well.
Oh, they can.
Yeah.
Line of scrimmage. Pow.
And this team is probably one of the few teams that on the line of scrimmage can punch out a lizard team.
Yeah.
The Blackhawks are just far better at punching the lizards.
So I feel like in this instance, well, I mean, like I've only come up with a handful of Black Orcs. Your ball carriers, obviously, your Nobblers,
Goblins.
Yeah.
Goblins, or your Goblins. I keep getting the
Yeah.
Nobblers and Goblins. Sorry to the Goblins and Nobblers out there that keep mixing you guys up. Right staff, stunty, thick skull.
Yeah.
The thick skull's the thing over normal goblins are a bit harder to remove.
Bit harder.
So it kind of counteracts that stunty.
Yeah, a
except
little
for
bit,
the
Yeah, it just brings the number
Yeah.
down, up one, down one.
So it
you know?
means
the
like
knockouts.
the way it works. I think it means they're slightly easier to remove than a normal player, but like
Harder to
only just slightly.
Yeah.
So like if you look at the mathematics of it, but
So down the road, if they start scoring and making more money and stuff like that, you would bring an ogre into the mix.
You mean troll?
Sorry, a troll. You bring a
Train
troll, a trained troll.
Yep.
Would you? Would you bring a trained troll into the mix?
I played
They're
last
expensive
season
for
with
the
the train troll.
unreliability.
Dave L did the same thing. I believe he played his train troll for most of the season as well.
Just the reliability.
He is a good player. You can do a one-turn touchdown with Black
which
Orcs.
is
Yeah.
yeah. against me. Yeah. So
Um,
I think just having that thread of the 1-turn touchdown is worth it, and also just more strength you can get in this team is better.
yeah.
That's true.
You just got to babysit the troll though.
Yeah, you do. But, I think then that can give you the edge against some of the more bashy teams on just
Yeah.
being able to punch them.
And
And
you
again,
allocate one of them
if
just
you're,
like
if
that.
you're coming up against Legendary Croxigal, yeah.
Yeah. And definitely good skills for these guys. So Black Orcs, you definitely want to go block, guard on those big guys. And then something like leap.
I'd also say Mighty Blow on
Yeah.
the big guy. When you
Yeah,
can get to
Mighty
the Black
Blow,
Orcs, they
big guys.
love it. I think for the Goblins, you kind of want one with like sprint or something like
Yeah.
that,
So
or
it's,
just to be your 1-turn TDer.
I had one last season with catch, and that did me really well.
Oh yeah, they grab it when they get hands up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So something it's not a bad idea to have a goblin whose job is just to be thrown by the troll and try and run the ball in. It doesn't work very often, but anything you can do to help, because that 1-turn TD can turn a draw to a win or a
The biggest thing you don't want to have happen is the troll to eat your guy.
Always
That's the
hungry.
big one. Always hungry.
I say put spirit level with him to calm him down, and then keep him level, and then just run with him. But hey, look, I mean, you got for your secondary skills, you have agility, dodge,
Yeah.
flying hard, man.
No, they got
Yeah.
dodge. Let's start with dodge.
It's not with dodge.
No, not with them. I meant the big
Oh,
ones.
the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, dodge on them, eh?
Give them some dodge, man. You never know what you might need to roll out or move away.
I was thinking,
4+.
4+ dodging on orcs.
it does make them hard to knock down. I was
Yeah.
thinking even I don't know, what are you like?
General
I mean,
spitball.
the thing is the Black Orcs tend to not get much SPP.
Yeah.
That's the issue with them.
It's
I'm sorry to say it, my star player was a Black Orc last season, so
Oh,
he
nice.
got all of the
all of you
Yeah,
actually.
It's more so that again, having dodge and block just takes away the 2 dice down, the double scouts and your defender stumbles anyway. So, I mean, it is a good idea. It just means you get pushed around a
Yeah.
bit.
The hard thing with this team, and it's kind of the reason I've never really been able to play Lizards very well, is their players are so max mins. They don't have a player that is flexible, that can do a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the nature of them, the Lizards. So that's the
I
idea.
think Black Orcs for a rookie coach is perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if you want to
Yeah,
punch them,
yeah.
they're your best bet.
Well
They're-
done, man.
Yeah.
another
That's-
They're
good
fun.
team,
They're a fun team. They're
another
cool.
good team to learn with. Yep,
Yeah.
for
And
sure.
who's David playing against?
Ashley.
Ashley. Let's see.
Orcs.
Oh, that's gonna be
What Ashley play?
Let's hope Ash has a good game.
Come on, Ash. What you got? Who you got with you?
Let me just get the team up. We've got Ashley.
Oh,
Let me
boy.
get the.
What was the name? What was his name on the team?
We have a dwarf team, the
Shaft 12 Social Club.
Social Club. Look at that.
This is going to be another highlight game of the round. We've got a lot of good,
This is,
good highlight rounds.
You know how we say that there's very little that can outbash the Black Orcs?
Yeah.
There
I
we go.
think the Wolves are maybe one of the only teams that can do
I
it.
mean, with a troll slayer, I mean, thank God I don't have a troll, but I mean, a
Yeah.
black orc would do just fine, I suppose.
I think the linemen of the keep
Wow, sure hands, thick skull,
Bit of,
block, thick
bit
skull.
of frenzy as well.
Yeah.
Carl,
These
Yo.
guys,
are
thick
you
skull.
agreeing that the linemen are the best?
I think
What are the costs?
I think a dwarf team is more than the
It's
sum of
cheaper
its
than white
parts.
ones.
I think
They are.
a dwarf team is one of those teams where it's all the players together that make it awesome. And so you got a lot going on here. So you got the runners. He's got 2 runners, which is two. It's basically you're getting it for the 2 short hands. So you got 2 people who can pick up the ball.
Runner's a bit of a lost name on them, though.
Hey, look, their movement 6. Dude,
Movement 6.
I have seen in our Man of War League, right, the best runner in the game is a dwarf runner. He has run so far with that bloody ball because he's had to run up and then run across and then zigzag his way up the field. Okay, he's run pretty far. Okay,
So
know
Mean's game is definitely a good one.
yeah,
Well, you know what they say, dwarves are made for sprints, not for long distance.
yeah. That's exactly right. So you've got short hands, thick skull. All dwarves have thick skull, which means that they are harder to knock out. Okay, they're harder to remove from the pitch. They also now. They are armor 9+, which is weak for a dwarf, so they're a bit easier to remove, if you can call 9+ being easy to remove. He's got 2 dwarf blitzers. These guys are great. They're a whopping movement 5, which is fast for a dwarf.
Yeah.
They're strength 3, agi 3, so unlike other dwarves, they can actually dodge. So these guys are the dodgy dwarves.
Yeah.
Passing 4+, even the runner is, but he's a runner, not a thrower. But if in desperate needs, throw the ball, because what I've seen some people do with the runner is sometimes you're not throwing the ball to a dwarf, you're just trying to throw the ball into the middle of a pack of dwarves, right? So it's really hard for your opponent to
And
get.
then
So it doesn't need to hit the
pretty
target, it
good.
just needs to land near because it's in the middle of a fucking bunch of dwarves.
Yeah.
Right.
Could you explain Dauntless as
Yes.
well? Dauntless.
So there you got dwarf blitzers. Their whole thing is like they're armor 10. They're fast for dwarves. They've got block and thick skull. The Troll Slayers are a really awesome piece. They've got block. This is the theme with dwarves. They all got block, which makes them really, really good. Dauntless means that if they are trying to block something that is stronger than them, they can roll a d6 and add it to their strength. If the total is equal to or greater than the strength of the thing they match it. They get brought up and they match it.
Yeah.
Okay. The key to this thing is the best way to use a 1 die. Use it to turn a 1 die into a 2 die, rather than trying to, unless in desperate situations, turn a red die into like a 1 die.
Pete's got that in his team too.
So
Yeah,
it's a
that's
great skill. It's a really good skill.
With Frenzy too.
Frenzy as well. You've got to be careful with these guys because the Dauntlet Frenzy. So Frenzy means they must follow up and they get to have to make another block when they don't knock someone down.
So with that, do they then keep their Dauntless? Or
No,
they
they have to
re-roll
roll
it?
again.
Reroll.
So
They
these
gotta
guys are
re-roll.
really easy to Frenzy Trap.
Yeah.
So when Frenzy Trap is like you give someone a favourable first block on their Frenzy so that they have to follow it up into like a red die, an unfavourable. And these guys with their Dauntless, it's actually really easy to do that to them.
Yeah. I think the only other time I've seen Dauntless in action is with the Squirrel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With Acorn. Acorn's got Dauntless.
So I
as well.
think thick skull on all the dwarves again. So these guys are really good though. They're really cool. This Dauntless Frenzy block is a really nice combination. It just means they can punch and they can wrestle with things big, like way beyond their weight class.
Yeah.
There's only one skill these guys want, and that's Mighty Blow. They're there to kill shit. They just want to kill shit faster. Like that's all they
Mighty
get.
Blow would.
And I would probably be tempted to give them piling on afterwards, just so they can kill shit more, right? Like that's what they do.
No, just want to say as well to Dave and Ash, there will be a ball in this game. So
Yeah. Now, the Dwarf Linemen are actually like really good pieces. So they are slow AF. They're slow as fuck. They're really slow to speed for. They get knocked down, they get up, they move one square, and then they're in. And that one square is usually to get up and step back into base contact with the thing that punched them.
Yeah.
They can't dodge very well. They're actually 4+. They can't throw the ball. They're tough as hell. They got block. They've also got tackle, which means
I think
They can't dodge well, but you can't dodge around them.
these
well
guys make
either.
Amazon players cry. The Amazons they just kill Amazons like left, right, center.
Well,
There's got a lot of them. You will very rarely be able to actually outbash a dwarf team because these guys can just get punched all day, every day. They don't care. They get back up and they do it again. They love to cage, and some would say it's like pretty much their only strategy is they cage up the field. The key to beating these guys is creating chaos around the ball. They do not like things getting chaotic and crazy because they just don't have the speed to react to shit going wrong.
You would say a good dwarf player has to be like
Yeah.
mild-mannered.
I would say good. The dwarf is a little bit pedantic, and they're a bit. You just got to kind of plan things out. You just want to get that cage up, and you got to be
Like a-
thinking about how you're going to move that cage
Let's
forward.
go chaos do
But if you're playing against a dwarf, you're trying to think, how can I get the ball to just start fucking bouncing around?
Yeah.
Like, how can I
What's,
get to start going to places and forcing them to try and reform their cage because it takes them a long time.
Any
to do that.
rerolls? What are
I'm
we
assuming they have two. Yeah.
2 rerolls with fan. We got about
30K.
70,000 off. What are
And honestly, the Dwarves do not need many rerolls. They're one of the most reliable teams.
Yeah.
The only thing you'll be using your rerolls on is probably
Pick up
go
the
for it.
balls.
Well, they got short hands, so they'll probably be using.
Oh,
for-
you got short hands.
yeah, so they'll probably be using it. I find that Dwarves use their rerolls for go for it's because they make a lot of go for it's.
Yeah. You gotta
Uh,
use it for that though.
Yeah. So they usually have their runners pick up the ball with their short hands, and these are all on the go for it. You have to make with the inevitable like.
Because it gets to turn 7 and 8 and you're like, come on.
Yeah, and you just got to. It's sometimes you just got to move
Yeah.
your bloody linemen around, and they just
So
don't speed together.
fix block, mighty blow. Sorry, mighty blow is the skill to look out for. I suppose.
No, for dwarves, it's guard. All guard every day. You can never have too
Guard.
much guard on a dwarf team. If you versed a high TV guard dwarf team,
Yeah.
it's painful. They all have guards, so it's like they're all strength 4. It's nuts. It's just scary.
Wow. Okay.
It's
that's
really scary.
Yeah.
So generally speaking, you kind of want some other skills as well. Like you might want to do the kick.
I think we're all forgetting something important here.
What's that?
Death roll.
Oh, the death roller. Oh, yeah.
Is the death roller there?
No, I wouldn't recommend it starting out.
I'd,
What's the price of death rollers?
It's
like,
pretty pricey.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's like 140 or something. It's pretty,
it's a
pretty
lot for
expensive.
what it is.
It gets sent off at the end of the drive though.
So one drive, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
one drive. So the idea of it is you bring it on in your offense and you spend
170,000 for one
all
drive.
8 turns of your offense killing your opponent, which is nasty, but it is
Yeah.
pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want that's the kind of thing where you don't want your team to score. You don't want the other team to score. So for the 8 rounds that you're going to be going, you
Yeah,
just
you-
want to kill.
Yeah.
You just bash and
Yeah,
kill.
you don't want to.
You bring it on your offense,
Yeah.
and you hope that your opponent doesn't get the ball off you somehow quickly and score, because then you get rolls out. Bribes do work on keeping secret weapons on the field. It's a good thing to know.
Awesome. Well done, man.
Yeah.
Well, good luck,
But-
Ash.
Love Dwarves. Cool team.
I do.
They're great.
Gimli, is Gimli in there? No Gimli?
Oh,
come on.
I haven't picked up the theme. I feel like I've missed something.
They got boulders there.
I've actually spoke to Ash about
And
this. And
Fairmere.
they're Norse themed.
Ah,
Yeah.
that checks out. That makes.
Oh, Norse team? Oh, sorry,
Because I recognise some of the names. I'm
yeah,
like,
E3 I recognize.
Balboa, yeah.
The Fairmere, yes. Boulder, yes.
Sharp 12 Social Club,
Now,
baby.
If Ash follows through that he wants to paint them up in the theme of high vis, as in workers.
Oh, nice. Please
I like
do.
it. I like it.
Head
I
on
like
to
it.
the shop there. They've got some really good SMS acrylic paints. Really good. So high colors as well.
All right, we better get shuffled on because we're almost cracking.
What's
cracking
next?
2 hours.
And
So
final game is between Jonathan and Andrew.
Jonathan and Andrew.
Yes, you played Jonathan. Oh no. Yes, I have not met Jonathan.
I
I have
not
not
met
met this
Jonathan.
guy face to face. So
Ooh.
it'd be awesome to meet.
What has he got?
Zar Nugrin Peters.
Was it Castle?
He's doing
Wolves.
Oh.
Wolf.
Hey, I don't think we've seen a Castle Wolves team in the league yet, and
That's
I
the
really
second
like
one.
Castle
This is the
Wolves.
second one we have in the league this season.
Oh, we got 2 Castle Wolves this season. Is it
Isn't
because
Pete
of
running
are they
Castle
using?
No, Pete's run Norse.
No, so there's a difference.
Are they using custom models or the new kind of the third party models? Because there's some third party dwarf castle models which
So
look
Griffin and this one.
sick. So
There's a grip.
The third player's name's Griffin.
Oh, good.
well, do you want to take us through this Lukey?
Yeah, no worries. Alright, what have we got? Chaos Dwarfs. Awesome. I can't pronounce that team name to save me.
Jackson. Oh, where's that? The
Is that Nugrin Peters?
Alright,
there's-
we'll have to get used to that.
Sorry.
Okay, Bull Centaurs, 2 of them. That's pretty standard. Chaos Dwarf blockers. I don't know, I've got quite a fondness towards Chaos Dwarf or Dwarf blockers. They're all just, they got all the good stuff.
Them in a bit.
Yeah, they're great. How many hobgoblins do you take? 2.
Hop.
Three.
3, okay, and the max of 5 Chaos Dwarves.
I believe so. 5
Yeah.
or 6.
6
6.
blockers.
6,
so
so
3, 4, yeah, 6.
6, awesome, and rerolls.
Good question. I'm gonna say 2. Yeah.
Oh,
Two's a
nice.
good number.
Oh, with the
Yeah,
apothecary.
yeah.
Apothecary.
Who's
No.
got 10 grand left over? Look at that.
Yep, great.
Assistant coach.
So I have played
Dedicated
against a couple of
fans.
Chaos Dwarf teams. Once the ball gets in the Bull Centaur's hands, it's pretty much going to be really tough to get it back off them.
Again, it's another very armor valued,
Yeah.
armor heavy team.
Yes.
Ooh.
Shares some similarities with the Dwarf Brethren.
Yep.
The interesting thing about these Bull Centaurs is they have sprint and sure feet.
And
Yeah,
if used
that
right,
makes them
that makes
really
them move on.
valuable.
Yeah, so they can be.
Armor 10 that can move quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's their
Wow.
strategy. That if
Yeah.
if you can't pick the ball up, you know,
It's
you
a
can't
Black
score.
Hawk on steroids.
Yeah, I found that what people do is they have a hobgoblin like ball picker upper who picks up the ball, runs with it, and eventually hands it off to a Bull Centaur to score. So that's what I've seen people do. But because the Bull Centaurs are speed 9 when they need them to be.
Yep. But they're costly.
So definitely block would be a good skill for the first two.
Well, it's a general, so you have
Yes.
General strength.
You can do. It's really they're kind of like it depends. You just what do you want what do you want them to do? Because they even get agi on secondary, so like you can get them some stuff with that if you really want. And they're good pieces. They're kind of like flex pieces.
Now, Hobgoblins is ball carrier.
Short hands to do.
Short hands, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's weird. I'm not sure. I've only seen them in the old edition where you rolled your thing and you kind of wait for a hobgoblin to get a stat increase is what you wanted to do. So, whereas now you buy stat increases. So I don't really know what you do with them anymore. The Bull Centaur, I mean, there's string on strength, so you can do with it whatever you want. You can even fucking strip ball Bull Centaur if you really, if you really want. Probably Mighty Blow on one of them would be good, I would say.
Maybe just go randoms.
Yeah.
I mean, with the
Well,
agility,
like
you go
that,
like,
so-
if you're going for agility roll, side steps pretty good, I suppose. Keep yourself off
One
the
of the
line.
few
Yeah.
teams that's
You
not
know,
that
run
gets
along the sidelines.
a mutation as their secondary.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
that's the thing.
that's
That's
cool.
the thing. So this is the thing with these dwarf blockers is they get mutations on secondary. So generally speaking, they're the same as dwarves in that they want some guard and they want some mighty blow, but you also want to save up and get one claws.
Claws,
And
that's it, I
what
was
you
gonna say.
really want, I know it's not as it's not
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not as good as you could do before, but you used to be able to get mighty blow claws.
Stat.
Piling
You could use be
piling
stat.
on. And that was the combo for this team. All of them got mighty blow claws piling on, and they just murdered the team. Like
Yeah.
literally murdered.
Yeah,
it. There's
yeah,
nothing you can do about it.
Guys.
So basically turn them into a Bloodspawn.
Yeah, so now, but in the new edition, you can't chain Mighty
can't
Blow and
stack
Claws together,
claws and Mighty Blow.
whereas you used to be able to stack it together, which made basically every team you were
So
fighting
you'd be
armor
breaking
6.
armor on
And,
sevens.
and if you didn't break it, you got to go again because there was no limit to the piling
Piling
ones you
on.
could do. So this team used to late game murder or late league murder. Like they'd make Chaos Teams cry, they'd just
Yeah.
murder.
I mean, with agility and stuff like that, jump up is still an option for you as well. You know, he saves your
Yeah.
4+ movement. Jump up is really good. Thanks, Pete, for jump up.
Yeah.
But I think that claws is really good. I've had great success with the mutation for what's it called, foul appearance.
Yes.
So I mean, making it harder to hit, let alone if they do hit you, making it harder to break your armor is a plus, I think. So
Yeah.
who knows? You can mix it up. You know, mix it up. Have somebody with claws, somebody with
I
this.
mean, yeah, I think so. The mutations are really good. Don't like go. They're a double. They cost more. Like they are.
Go
Good.
random
Mutations
on
are
the
really
double
good.
on the mutation.
I would. Well, yeah, I'd pick the mutation just because there's a lot of mutations in there you don't want on the
Yeah.
dwarves. But save up for one because even having mighty blow and claws, even though you can't chain them together, is still like really useful. You can
Yeah.
use mighty blow on
But
Amazon.
you can
so you can claws.
still use the claws on
Yeah.
the armor break and
Yeah.
then the mighty blow on the injury roll.
Yeah.
exactly.
Can you still do that?
Yeah, you can, because
okay.
as long as you're not using the mighty blow and claws together, you can then
Oh
use
yeah,
the other
go
opposite.
mighty blow claws.
So claws for
all of
that,
them,
and
yeah.
it's just an armbar as well. Armbar you can just do
Yeah,
that.
actually, yeah.
Tackle, I think prehensile tail. Can you add that to it? Because you stop the reroll and you add 1 to the negative for dodging as well.
Not sure.
No,
But
no, you can. 'cause
that is, I think we're just trying to.
Who's
move
next?
on. We got so that is
Jonathan?
the Negra Peters, and we've got
He's playing Andrew.
Andrew.
Andrew, and that's going to take us to the end of our
Yeah,
rookies.
let's see what Andrew's team's gonna be looking like.
The
Up top,
I
Andrew.
remember
Do
these.
that
These
with a
are
test.
Go
Corn
Andrew.
Demons. Corn Demons.
We've got some really interesting teams for
Yeah, seen a lot
rookies
more.
this season. Not
Yeah.
many basic teams. Like,
Yeah,
we've got
there's
some
a lot of teams. That
wild ones.
Yeah, so a lot of I guess teams of legend, I would call.
Yeah.
So,
The Rage Ren Gore.
the Rage Ren Gore. So, Stephen, you want to take us through the last of the rookie teams?
So you got Red Rango. These are our. What are they? What?
Corn Demons.
Corn team. Oh, look at that.
I think I had the pleasure of playing Andrew the other night.
You did.
So
Yeah. So we got a Bloodthirster with 180,000.
Those
Great armor value of 10. Unchanneled Fury. Is that?
That's the good one.
That's the good one. That's the good version
The one that
of
you don't
Animal
lose your
Frenzy.
tackle
Is
zone.
that this?
The one that you don't leave your tackle zone.
Oh, okay, cool. Loner, Frenzy, Horns. Ooh, so a Strength 5 plus 1, which is Strength 6. Claws, so it breaks on 8. Regen and Juggernaut.
It's a good big guy. It's a good big guy.
Yeah.
I see a few Juggernauts in
But
the.
it's
primary-
pricey even for a big guy.
Yeah,
he's
for
pricey.
180,000, that's a star player price right
Yeah.
there.
but
Though.
then again, primary skill strength. So
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So no block.
You got 2 Corn Heralds coming in at 90,000. Armor value 9, Strength 3s. Frenzy, Horn, Juggernaut. There's a lot of horns in this one here.
Yeah.
So you don't even know where that Blitz is coming from. So that's pretty good. Puts him at a 4, Strength 4. And Juggernaut, what does Juggernaut do?
Juggernaut, you will rarely see, but if you're a noble player, you hate that fucking skill.
Yeah.
Juggernaut basically goes through stand firm, it goes through sidestep, it goes through fend. It's an anti-control skill. They have to be blitzing to use it, but this team, this skill, like I was playing my nobles and a player took it against me just as like
See what happens.
inducement, and
Yeah.
it really shut down my team's ability to control.
Yeah,
so
Melanie,
it's
Corn.
anti-control team, which is like makes sense for Corn. They don't want to be controlled. They
Yeah.
can't control
But I
it.
mean, with everyone else, besides your Bloodletter, your Horn, Juggernaut, Regen, everybody else is Frenzy. So you're going to be pushing people out of the way and opening up that road
Yeah.
for them. So I've had a chance
Frenzy.
playing a sevens team playing a Corn team in sevens, and I could not believe that how quick they open up. You know, they just push,
Yeah.
frenzy, and before you know it, you're being knocked out of the pitch.
Yeah,
That's
you really watch against being surfed with this team.
You gotta be careful. So whoever's coming out against Andrew, look out for your sidelines. Side steps are gonna be helping you. Frenzy's just one of those magical things that you're like, I gotta follow up.
Yeah.
Get fend, stand firm, pretty good as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say its greatest strength is also its greatest weakness. So
Yeah, that-
Frenzy is like great,
Yeah.
but it also means you can pull his team out of position really
True.
easily.
Blessing and a curse.
Yeah, so it's
So
because he has to follow up and he has to make the blocks.
But not bad for that pricing was 60,000 for
Yeah.
alignment for a pit fighter and having frenzy. It's a really good way to kind of add additional dice as well. I mean, in strength 3, if you're gonna push towards your other teammates, you're adding 1 or 2 more extra dice, the strength to it as well, plus 1 to your players.
has he got 11 players?
You should. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
you have
he's
to
got
have it,
11,
right?
just square on 11.
11 with 2
No
rerolls.
treasury, 1 dedication, 2 rerolls. No block on this team, so like all chaos teams really rough out the gate with the
Yeah.
real. This team is throwing double the amount of blocks as a normal chaos team would be with all its frenzy. So I'm thinking those rerolls are going to be burnt through on double skulls pretty early.
Yeah.
on.
True.
Yeah.
So how would you
I agree.
how would you say wrestle? Look at getting wrestle.
Or just
Block.
block. Block
Yeah.
if you can get a block, I think is really important. On these two, I
Because
think.
they got
I
what?
think that pit fighters, I would be hesitant to be throwing blocks. Strength 3, most of the time, unless you get the assist, you're going to be doing single dice blocks or 2 dice into 1. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, I feel like if you're scared of throwing blocks with this team, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
He's going to be throwing blocks all day. Like
Yeah. If you're not bleeding by the end of your game, look, I think you might want to go halflings. I don't know. So Corn team, Andrew, good on you guys.
I do like the theme too.
I
Yeah.
I
do.
do like the theme. I think it's good. It's very
They're
very
really,
corny
really,
theme.
really cool models as well.
Yeah.
So, Andrew, please do put up a photo on the Discord or on the Facebook.
And we've got the bloodletter is the Rage Red Gore. So
That's
that's
it,
named
Rage
after
Red
his
Gore.
bloodthirster. Sorry. And is hopefully your bloodthirster doesn't die game 1. That'd be really rough.
He's a
If
really,
you've named the team
Yeah.
after him and he dies. That would
really
be-
big and really beautiful model.
Yeah.
Big.
Melanie says that she really loves the Armor 9 linesmen. Those Armor 9 linesmen are pretty good. So yeah,
You definitely won't mistake who he is on the field.
it'll be interesting though to see the frenzy and frenzy
he also
traps
had
happening.
his shrine
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
did, which was pretty sweet.
he's got
to
his
see.
little shrine for his.
Man, our rookie teams this season
Yeah,
is
interesting,
just
really interesting
amazing,
league.
though.
Yeah, I think that's going to be.
It's
So
hard
that-
to pick, though.
So to sum up, if we go through, I know you've got the list there, Mark. What like just the races that we've got, so to go through them again. Like the name of the-
So yeah, Dion and Saba. So I believe that was
Appear on Amazon's.
correct.
Imperial and
Amazon-
Amazon,
Amazon's
so
over,
some
yeah.
Midway and some Agi, yeah.
Josh and Scott. That was
Ogres and Slam.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
slant
right,
team,
yeah,
yeah.
nice.
yeah.
I really want to see that slant team in action, though.
Ryan and Ken.
Woodolves.
What else?
Yeah.
Oh, Rock Ox, yeah.
David and Ashley.
Ogre.
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks and the
Dwarfs.
Dwarfs, yeah.
Yeah,
Dwarfs.
so two big bash teams.
Yeah, and then we've got the
And
last
then
round was
Jonathan and Andrew.
Did we have an Ogre team?
Scotty was.
Scotty was over. Scotty, come on, man. Come on.
So
Alright, let's
let,
go.
let us know as well, guys, who you think
Chala. Heck,
Gonna-
chala.
gonna do really well in the rookie league.
Yeah.
yeah, really keen to see that rookie league go. So I guess very quickly, who's that picks for best theme so far?
I'm gonna
I
go
know
Scotty.
My answer was the Tools.
Yeah.
Scotty for me. Look, we're gonna put it up on
We
the
need
the
three
board.
nominees. We need three nominees.
Yeah, I got Scotty for me.
So that was the Freezer and.
Yeah, the Ogres.
I'm definitely a big fan of the Tools. So we have a third pick.
I liked how bloody the last one was.
Andrew, I'm going to stick with my mate Andrew. He's playing the same team as I am,
well,
so
We'll put a vote up on probably the Facebook page for those
Yeah.
three for you guys to vote for best theme.
I tell you what, we'll get Julian involved as well. Julian, if you're watching this, have a look at our rookies. Pick a team. We might put up just our commissioners' pick, and we'll leave it up to the community to decide who they think is the best. If you can, the players that we do pick, please send us a photo so that we can put your photos up and show our amazing team out there and players what they're in for.
We'll also put up the pictures of the painted so that you guys can vote on that as well.
yeah.
And that'll be every
So
team.
that's